All right, and we're back with Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, session 29. Excited to be back after 2 weeks here. So for those of you watching the stream for the first time here on Twitch or YouTube later, I'll just give you a rundown of how this normally operates. So I'm going to go over a large-scale overview of the campaign so far from beginning up to this point. Then we're going to get into some character introductions, and then we'll get into an in-detail recap of what happened last session. And after that, we'll do some gameplay. So, yeah, let's just jump right into it. So, the group started in the holy city of Elturel, a holy city in the western heartlands that had a gigantic artificial sun that hung over the city, called the Companion. The group went on a quest for some leaders of the city, and on their way back to the city, the entire city vanished before their eyes. The Companion grew dark, crackled with energy, a giant heat wave exploded from the city, and it just disappeared. Nothing left but a crater in the ground. The group stumbled upon a caravan of refugees on the outskirts of the city and helped them on a 10-day trek to the nearest city of Baldur's Gate. Luckily, some of our party members were members of the Flaming Fist because the city was under lockdown. Nobody was allowed in or out. They were able to get an audience with Flame Zodge of the Basilisk Gate, who sent them on a quest to investigate some murders happening in the outer city. Upon being able to solve those murders, he said he would grant them access to the inner city. They were able to solve it to Zodge's satisfaction, and then he sent them on a quest to look at a simultaneous set of murders happening in the inner city. A bunch of stuff went down. They fought some pirates. They found a bathhouse where the cult was hiding out. In a secret dungeon underneath, the cult of the Dead Three, worshippers of Bane, Baal, and Merkel. They went in there, party members died, they had to retreat. They found out that one of the Dukes of Baldur's Gate was assassinated. Then they went back into the dungeon, fought a bunch more cultists, and they uncovered a large conspiracy because at the end of the dungeon, they found Mortlock Vanthampur, the son of Duke Thalamra Vanthampur. Mortlock informed the party that his family, the Vanthampurs, were Zarielites. They worship Zariel, the Archduchess of Avernus. And that they've been working with the cult of the Dead Three to carry out these murders in the city. He told them a bunch of other stuff about his family, including that he has two brothers, two older brothers, Thirstwell and Amric Vanthampur. Amric ran a business out of the Low Lantern in the city, a ship turned into a bar, and Thirstwell holes up in the Vanthampur manor where his mother resides, and he very rarely comes out. His older brother Thirstwell has a network of invisible imp spies that the party is pretty sure that they encountered. So they decided that they were going to, simultaneously, the party was investigating some happenings happening with the cult of the dragon, who has some particular ties to one of the party members. They found a secret entrance to a cave underneath Duskhawk Hill where they encountered dragon cultists, and they faced off with a half-dragon named Resmir, who stole or kidnapped people that were important to one of our party members. They fought Resmir. He was able to escape with one of his prisoners, and they decided to leave and continue investigating the Vanthampur family. They made their way to the Low Lantern to check out Amric first and see what he had to say. Upon arriving, they found that Amric wasn't there. But they did find the captain of the establishment, the woman who runs it, and a pretty drunk tiefling, and some shenanigans went down with another one of the party members. And that is where we left off at the end of, not last session, but the session before. And we will get into a more detailed recap of what happened specifically last session. But first, let's get into some character introductions. So, Igvis, if you want to tell the stream a little bit more about Igvis and what he's all about.
Hello, I'm Manny, and I play Igvis. He's a winged tiefling monk and gauntlet of the Flaming Fist. The ties to the Cult of the Dragon were definitely mine in regards to some family members who were abducted by them. Currently, his only goal is to try and deal with the Zerialites after having what he believes may be Zerial peering into his own mind.
Perfect. Anarian?
Hi, I'm Jonathan, and I play a Narian, who is a Shatterkai Druid of the Stars. He met the group after he was imprisoned in a tannery, and they kind of set him free, and he's kind of followed them around ever since. He kind of interested in what they're doing. He doesn't have many ties to the city, so he's just trying to figure out what's going on, and he's a little bit concerned for all his friends.
Horace?
Hi, I'm Horace, and I play Horace. He is an older gentleman, a bit disgruntled, who's been following this interesting group of people as they make their way from Elturel to Baldur's Gate. And he's just kind of looking to see where this goes and hoping that maybe he can solve some of his... resolve some of his issues and past contracts that are going to come due pretty soon. And yeah.
And Elias?
I play Elias. He is a wandering entertainer who just wanted to play for the Duke. That's his story, and he's sticking to it. Now, really, at this point, he figures things have come to a head after the events of last session. He's got to do something quick or he's toast.
And last but not least, Mariana.
I'm Bees. I play Mariana, a Water Genasi pirate with no ship and no crew, except for these guys that she's kind of just hanging out with at this point because nobody's really paying her anymore. But now she kind of has to see this through because they just attacked the home of one of the only remaining dukes in Baldur's Gate.
There we go. All right, so that is our group of adventurers. So at the beginning of every session, after we do our recap, I have all of our players roll a single d20, and whoever rolls the lowest gets the honor of recapping the events of last session from the character's perspective. So if everybody wants to go ahead and roll that d20 for me, we'll see what we get here. All right. Nice. 11, 7, 9, 12, 5. Horace with the 5, I think, is our lucky winner here. So, Horace, whenever you're ready, take it away and tell us what happened last session from your character's perspective.
So from my personal perspective, Horace, they went back to investigate tavern. There's some shenanigans there. We rested, and we decided to come to the manor. Upon getting to the manor, the guards seemed really interested in making sure that we weren't armed inside the Duke's house. And everybody seemed pretty tense. He thought that he could be slightly clever when he was walking in and turn invisible, hoping to scout out the area, which only seemed to put everybody on alarm. He remained invisible after this point because there's not really a point if he doesn't reappear at least a little bit. Going upstairs, he was able to find out who was in what room and the amount of guards upstairs. He came back downstairs to Anarian running around as a cat, only for the guards to get quite fed up with the cat's antics and decide that they are going to harm him. And then all of a sudden, ice storm inside the mansion. Immediate cloud, all sorts of issues. Thank goodness Horace didn't slip or fall, at least initially. Just trying to make sense of the chaos. Horace ran into one of the rooms, unlocked, let everybody who was stuck in there out. They fought guards very valiantly. The Horus didn't do very much because in his attempt to return and help out, he slipped and fell into a cloud. The same storm cloud that was formed inside by Anarian. And then all of a sudden there was a giant snake that was eating guards alive, and Horus decided to leave and look for their weapons, and only found a useless smith who was out making what appeared to be things for the horses inside the stable. And then he just sort of made his way back in after the snake was clearing out the rest of the guards in the upstairs area. Now he's wondering where they're going to go from here, because they left a maid alive. They have now attacked a duke's home and killed most of the guards there. Hopefully this person is really evil and it kind of works out, but if not, it's not the first time Horus has been in trouble with the law, and it won't be the last.
Great recap, and I will add that in addition to murdering the guards, you did kill the decrepit 70-year-old butler as well.
But we didn't kill the maid, so it's fine.
But you didn't kill the maid, so... yeah, so that is where we left off at the end of last session. You all had finished this fight with the guards. Ice storm in the manor, giant snakes eating guards alive. You managed to clear out the guards, and literally we ended right at the end of that battle as you all are licking your wounds and figuring out how you want to proceed. So yeah, let's just jump maps back to where we were before, and we will go from there. So you should all be able to see this, and you should have access to move your characters. Let me know if for some reason you can't. But yeah, go ahead and move your characters as you wish. The snake, how long did the snake last, Anarian?
He lasts an hour.
Okay, so the snake is still there. And yeah.
And I think he has like 18 hit points left. I can't remember exactly.
I have him at 12.
Okay, yeah, I didn't remember. I didn't write it down.
Yep, 12 hit points.
That's right. Me and Mariana are outside because we're trying to just find where our weapons are at. With the tech magic up.
Okay, and
Right.
remind me, what weapons do you have that are magical?
My weapon is magical, the quarterstaff.
Okay. Sounds good. So you guys are moving along. Go ahead and move yourselves wherever you want to on the map. As you continue to look for your weapons.
And I'm gonna check through the windows as we move past any.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Looking for weapons?
Yes, are you?
Yes, they're not that way.
We ran into a maid, too.
Did you now? I'm sure she was just running errands. She can't possibly know what's going on.
So we haven't found them at all circling this entire building.
Yeah, just circling the outside there. You haven't, your detect magic hasn't picked up on anything.
Is this just another gate to outside of the manor, or is this something else?
It is. It's another gate that leads outside to the road.
Okay.
And as you go up, it does look like it is locked.
There was this smith that was up here. Did he leave?
Yeah, as you get up there, you know, those doors are closed because he closed them. But when you open them, the smith is there. And he does seem a little stressed out.
How you doing, bud? It's been about 20 seconds since I last seen you.
Yeah, I don't understand what you're doing here. What do you want with me?
I was looking for weapons to help the guards inside with the giant snake. I'm still looking for those weapons.
Duh. Who are you?
We were guests that were invited in by the Duke. And they took our weapons upon entering, and now there's a giant snake that is attempting to kill people.
I don't understand. There's a lot of guards over there. I'm sure they can handle just a big snake.
They're being eaten. They are literally being eaten.
Fine. Yes, some of the guards brought weapons in here before. And he will move over here to this table and pull out a bag underneath and your weapons from underneath the table. Are these the weapons you're talking about?
Those look like weapons, and we're the only one here. Why didn't you tell me beforehand when I came in here the first time?
Because you're not a guard. I don't know. Don't you have to go somewhere? Aren't guards being eaten? Go.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Everyone, your weapons are in here. We need to get them for the serpent that we're slaying.
Just grab the bag.
Okay, you're boring.
And I'll whisper to Horace, "Are you really gonna leave another witness?" And I'll walk away.
Please, go. What are you doing? Why are you closing the door? Don't you have to go?
Listen, what's your name?
My name is Sarvinder. Sarvinder Peck. I don't understand. Why are we doing this? You said there's a giant man-eating snake.
There is. Yes, there is.
Introductions can be done later.
So, buddy, friend, they're gonna blame it on us.
What, the snake?
Yeah. Do you know how many guards are left because you waited?
Because I wait. What do you mean? Because I waited? I'm just a simple stable master. I'm not a fighter.
They have eaten all of the guards. The butler is dead. The maid ran off.
And you see his face kind of go a little white. They're dead? Fendrick is dead? All the guards?
All of the guards that we saw that helped escort us in. Why do you think when I ran out here to find our weapons, I was so desperate?
This isn't good. This isn't good at all. And you'll see him kind of go over to the table and he'll kind of fumble around with some items. And you see him grab a backpack and he starts shoving some stuff into a backpack.
So, he's shoving stuff into a backpack. I'm going to assume that I grabbed my scimitar before out of the bag.
You have your scimitar. His back is facing towards you as he's grabbing stuff.
Can I make a sneak attack on him?
Yes, if you wish to.
I've been encouraged to leave.
As you are approaching him, as he's shoving stuff into the backpack, you know, he's saying, we have to get out of here. We can't stay here. The Duke is going to be angry. We need to leave town now, right away, as his back is facing towards you. And you pull out your scimitar.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to hit him with, stab him, really, but...
Yeah, go ahead. Roll me an attack roll.
13 hit.
13 absolutely hits. And go ahead and roll me damage.
So I'm going to roll this and then sneak attack damage, right? Because
Yep.
I'm... Okay.
You can add your sneak attack.
So 18 damage.
So it rolled sneak attack twice there.
Did it roll at... Okay, I didn't... Because then we can just go with the original, because that's 12 damage total.
Okay, yeah. 12 damage total. So 12 damage kills him. So he's there gathering his stuff. How are you attacking him with the scimitar? How exactly are you killing him?
So, you should have listened to me. You should have done what any common man would have done in that situation.
What do you mean?
And then
he turns around.
And then right as he turns around, I grab him and I just shove my scimitar through his heart and twist and look him dead in the eye when I do it.
And he spits up blood as his eyes get wide. And he just and he falls to the ground in a pool of blood.
And is this forge on, perchance?
It is. There is a fire burning in there.
Okay. I'm gonna throw him in the forge here.
Okay. You throw his body into the forge, and it lights a flame as his skin blackens, and he is burnt beyond recognition.
What's in the bag?
It looks like just some common tools, tools of the trade, so to speak. There was a letter, a couple pieces of paper that he had put in there, and there's some gold.
I'll take the gold and the letter and leave all the tools and stuff.
Okay. There are 20 gold pieces in the bag, and you said you're going to leave the tools and take the letters? Is that what you said? Or...
Yeah, I'm going to take the letters and
Okay.
the papers, but just not the tools.
Okay. Sounds good. You take those. Do you spend time to read the letters right now, or are you just going to kind of pack them away for...
I'm just going to pack them away.
Okay. Sounds good. You're able to do that.
And I'm gonna walk back over here. I hate doing that. Okay, no, thank you all for making me an immoral murderer. My goodness.
I didn't say anything. And I walk up the stairs.
Sure you didn't. Sure you didn't. Flaming fists. They never are responsible for the death in this city. Easy to blame the old men.
We're murdering people?
I murdered someone. But that's because we can't leave any witnesses according to Igvis and Mariano.
Hey, I didn't say anything.
Uh-huh. Again, very funny. The pirate and the flaming fist are on the same side.
I didn't hear Mariana say anything. Did you? Anyway,
Uh-huh.
we have some people to deal with.
Like more guards or...
I don't know. With your luck, it'll be another maid.
And this time, I hope we can come to an agreement instead of having to have me stab her.
Is there any healing we can do before we move on, if needed?
I think I accidentally clipped into the upstairs, but...
You did.
Okay.
So, how wounded is everyone?
I'm about half.
I'm about half as well. I'm pretty...
I'm functional.
You guys think we could spare 10 minutes?
Probably not at this point.
I mean, it's not like there's any dead bodies on the outside.
And we have a giant snake blocking the stairs.
If we're really not worried about people getting out of their rooms, then sure.
Honestly, I'm just worried there are going to be more of those little flying fuckers.
There probably will be.
Alright.
We probably shouldn't wait for them to summon more
Also that.
imps.
Ugh, I guess.
I guess.
I have another healing potion, so I'll use that.
Okay.
I'll give you one more use of a healing potion with my vessel.
What
Just
about me? You're giving out potions.
2 seconds.
I re-roll the 1d4, right?
Yes,
one?
reroll 1d4. All ones are rerolled on healing.
Lucky you, I have one
And roll
extra
again.
healing potion, so you can have one as well.
So
Sweet.
8 total. Hit points is what you get.
How much is the healing potion? It's 2d4.
I'll roll it.
Reroll your 1. There you go, so 9.
Almost a max roll for you.
Tastes really good. Well,
Can you hold out?
as good as a healing potion can taste, anyway.
Can you hold out until I deal with the source of these imps?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Should we
guys,
check
just so
anything
you
else
know, I think
downstairs?
Snakey's a little bit hurt, so he might not last too much longer.
Will we even fit all the way up the stairs?
Oh yeah, as long as he just uncoils and goes straight.
Alright.
I'm gonna pat him on the side and be like, "Thank you. I appreciate all your assistance, Mr. Snake."
I am deeply terrified of that thing, but I respect that it's on our side.
Up the stairs.
And you guys might have to back off and then onto the landing of the stairs, and it should teleport you.
Pick a door, any door.
Yeah, so go back onto the square landing and area, and that should teleport you.
Did you happen to get any information after you went invisible?
It says token collide.
Token collide! Well, that's no good. Here, I'll move you.
I know that I got the information of that door, but I don't remember the name.
Wait a second. Let me just activate this for the stream. Okay, say again, which door?
That one. Because that's the one the guard was asking about if they were okay in there.
Yes. So the guard had asked down here and over here if people were okay. And so you know that this one, he was calling out to Thirstwell, and over here he was calling out to Amric.
Which was the? I'm having a hard time remembering which one had the
Also
actual
getting
network.
token collide.
But there you go. Elias, you should be able to move your character.
So I think we're going for the older of the two. Amric is the...
Oh, we want Thirstwell. That's the one we're starting with.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Well, he's down there far on the left. After you.
Can the snake come up here, or is it still downstairs?
The snake is currently downstairs, but it could come up here if you wanted it to come up here. It would have to squeeze up the stairs.
I can do a little whistle and call him up here.
Okay. There you go. As you go up to that door, Igvis, you try to open it,
I will. And of course it's locked.
and it is locked. As you try to open it.
Horace, you had a set of keys, right? Can you try the butler's
Oh,
key?
that's correct. I forgot that I had those. I'm going to attempt to use any and all of the keys on the key ring that I took from the butler.
Okay. You try to use those keys, and none of those keys seem to work for this door.
Yeah, they're not working.
Of course they aren't.
We could probably break
And
in it from
as
the
you,
other.
Are trying that door. Roll me a perception check. Horus Ignis, as you're against the door.
$17.
So, Igvis, you seem to hear some rustling as you're trying. Horus is trying the keys from the other side of the door. like very frantic rustling, and then you hear something open and then shut. You don't know what it is, but you hear it. It sounds like the squeak of hinges as something is like opening, and then you hear it shut.
I'll call the Mariana and Elias to check downstairs real quick. I don't know if he has a secret hatch. And as soon as
Elias
I
is
hear
gonna-
that, I'll start to attack the door as opposed to try and break it down with the staff.
Okay.
We could try to pick the lock.
There's 2 Elias
pass.
tokens.
There is 2 Elias tokens.
I did a bad job. I'm sorry.
Okay, you start attacking the door. Let's.
Well, he wants to try and pick it first.
He wants to try and pick it first. Well, with your roll, it's going to take you a little bit to pick it, so it's not just like one round. But you take some time and you try to pick it, and you are unable to do so with that roll.
Well, he's picking it. We're going down to where we perceive is immediately under his room.
Okay, so I mean, you can go where you think that might be on the map. The stream will keep it here on the 2nd floor, but I am watching you guys on the 1st floor.
And Elias is going to be actively looking for signs of movement.
Okay. Make me a perception check, both of you, down there, as you are in the initial study hall that you were brought into before.
What does a 22 see?
So neither of you notice any moving, not the kind of moving that you're looking for. But you do notice, kind of as you're looking around, Elias, that it seems the chair, this armrest right there, seems to have some sort of hidden compartment in it, in the armrest. It looks like there is like a latch underneath the armrest that you could like pull to open it.
All right, Mariana. Be on standby as I'm perhaps foolish. And Elias is going to pull the lever after saying that.
Okay. You pull the lever. As you pull the lever, Elias and Mariana, darts shoot out of the chair. I am going to make attack rolls against you real quick. So this...
Am I in range too, or is it just Elias?
It would be just Elias. So Elias, does a 15 hit you?
Yeah, a 15 hits Elias.
Okay, and you have 2 more darts that came out at you. A 23 and a 14.
All of those hit.
All of those hit.
There's a reason Elias.
Okay. You take this much damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw. So 14 points of damage. And then a Constitution saving throw.
7. I did not save.
So Mariana, you see these darts. Elias pulls this little lever, and these darts come out, and 3 of them stick Elias, one right in his neck, and he falls to the ground unconscious.
So, first I'm going to give him the healing potion that Igvis gave me.
Okay.
Like, pour it down his throat.
Okay. You are able to do that.
Should I roll healing on it?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll healing.
Okay, that's 9.
So you get 9 points of healing back, which you can apply to your character, Elias. But he doesn't wake up. It does seem like it had some sort of effect. You know, you kind of see some wounds magically close, but he doesn't wake up.
Alright, I'm going to leave him here for a moment then and
Okay.
run up to the stairs.
Okay.
And, like, kind of try to, like, whisper yell. Elias was hit by a dart. He's down. I gave him a healing potion. He's not coming up.
And at this point, Anarian, your picking of the locks has just failed.
Igvis, just beat it up. I can't pick it.
I'm gonna go get Elias first,
Okay.
and I'm gonna dart in
stay
that
here.
direction. Horace, don't leave him alone. Okay, where
You know-
did you go down?
Or
Lovely
should I get
weather
the snake to break down this door?
No. We'll wait for the others. There's no need to rush it too much. If he's gone, he's gone. If he's in a chest or he's done something crazy in there, honestly, having more time to plan it out might actually give us some benefit.
What'd you see? Did you go in the room down the hall?
It's not a room, it's a balcony. It does lead into... It does seem to wrap around into a different room, but... I was merely checking to see if there were any other entrance points out there.
Right. Igvis, Mariana, what are you doing as soon as you get down there to Elias?
Can I just
He
do a
pulled
quick
the lever
medicine
on the
check?
chair.
Just want to check to see if I can tell what in the world's going on with him since the healing potion isn't
Yeah,
picking
give
him
me a
up.
medicine check. And what did you say, Mariana?
I was about to describe what happened. Like, he pulled the lever on the chair, darts came out, one hit him in the neck here, and I'll, like, point out where it is. So that...
And a 22 on the check.
22. So, I mean, he does still have some marks and bruises from the darts that hit him. You can tell that it was darts that hit him. But it also seems that he is being affected by a poison of some sort. With your check, you're able to kind of identify this as drow poison. And you know that it knocks its foes unconscious. You believe that in order... Yeah, you could just wake him up. If you shake him hard enough, that you could probably wake him up, though. He will probably be feeling the effects of this poison for a little while, unless it is he is cured of it.
So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to channel some chi and you'll see my hands start glowing. I'm going to reach out to Elias, like I'm going to put it on his face and just like smack him a little bit. Just whoosh, and then shake him. Be like, Elias, get up.
There you go.
It was just for Mariana's sake that she thinks I'm trying to heal him. Just get up.
Perfect. And Elias, when you get slapped, you wake up. But you are feeling very, very groggy and sluggish.
I think Elias would be aware he's been poisoned, just from the context of it all.
You might imply that. You can make me a medicine check, but I assume... I don't want to assume. Igvis, would you tell him as much?
Well, first I would berate him a little bit for clicking buttons when he's alone. And then I would be like, just so you know, drow poison knocked you out. And then I'll head back upstairs.
Elias is also going to make a medicine check to see what he knows about draw poison, I guess.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a medicine check.
Well, as I get up here, I'll just be like, he was just sleeping. It's fine.
15, so probably nothing interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you do know that it is a poison that can knock you unconscious, and that's about it.
So I'll kind of offer him help if he needs it to get upstairs.
Elias is going to be paying attention to how he moves, because he's not exactly sure what he's under right now.
I kind of have a weird request.
Okay.
So we obviously didn't get the door open. I'll just catch up with these two. Like, hey, any plans on how to get in here at this point, or am I breaking in?
Well, we're breaking in. I just didn't want to do it while you were away.
I wonder if they have any outward-facing windows, and I'll see if I can open up this window in the corner.
Okay. There are panes on the window. You could break the glass.
That seems like a lot. I didn't want to break anything. I wanted to try and push it open or something.
Yeah, there are panes on the window, so it doesn't look like the window actually opens.
Unfortunate.
I think we've committed like 17 acts of murder, so probably vandalism wouldn't be the worst charge.
You're not wrong.
Didn't
Anybody got some fire? We could smoke them out.
Juan say there was a balcony here?
I didn't see any way to get in from that side. It only leads into the other room.
You ask for fire. Elias is going to hand you a bottle of alchemist fire.
Anarian's gonna light his hand on fire and just hold it in his hand with produce flame.
Oh, good. You all understand the assignment. If we burn the house down, we no longer have any witnesses. And we
I
smoke out
suggested that earlier, but no one seemed excited about it.
Well, I'm excited about it now. Very good suggestion.
No, it's a great idea. Good work, Anarian.
Just before that, and I would just like to fly around the outside on the second story and see if I can get to a room that has an outward-facing window, like the one over there.
And I'd just like to investigate this brick over here that's adjacent to that room. To see if there seems to be any, like, hidden switches or, like, doorways or anything.
Yeah, so... sorry, say one more time. So, Igvish, you're gonna fly.
Yeah, I want to go around the outside and get to an outward, like the window outside the second story floor.
Okay.
And go in through that window.
Window outside second story floor. Okay, there are quite a few windows, it seems. On the outside when you look. So let's do this.
I'm trying to look specifically for the one that might have led to Thirstwell's room.
Okay, so I just put you on the other side of the balcony there for now. So as you kind of go around, stopping there, there is a window right here where I'm pinging. You see a window here, and you see another window here. And all three of those windows have curtains drawn, but they also are glass panes.
Okay, I'll just break through the one on this side.
Okay, right here?
Yeah.
Alright. And give me a second here.
Horace is messing with the map. I
sorry.
think he's inside now.
Didn't mean to. It appears that the wall let me in.
Yes, it did because I temporarily disabled it. So I'm just gonna put you there for now.
Sorry. That was kind of funny for me. I just like phased through the wall.
And then 1 second. I'm just gonna set up this wall. So we want that. Okay. Now that you should be able to travel through there, Igvis, but really quick, I'm just going to tell you what you see. So you break the glass on that window, you shatter it, and the curtain draws open, and you see there what looks like an older, frail man, and he's cowering behind the bed as he's staring at this door up here. And you crash through the window. And he goes, "Oh!" And he looks back at you. Roll me initiative. The rest of you hear the crash of glass, it seems.
I rush in. Oh wait, should we all roll initiative or?
Yeah, everybody roll initiative. As you all hear the crash of glass, and then you can tell me whether you want to do anything specifically. One, two, three, four, 5 PCs. I think that is what we have here. All right, let's go ahead and start that combat. So you, Horace, you hear the crash of glass coming from outside somewhere.
I'm going to assume that means it's time to make our dramatic entrance. I'm going to pull my scimitar, and I'm going to stab the fuck out of this door.
Okay, go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Wow, that's a nat 1, but that is 8.
So you miss the door. And by the way, you know, it's kind of weird, the idea of you missing a stationary object like that, but essentially doors and objects have an AC to them, and you can think of it as if, you know, you hit like
I just hit it wrong and it bounced off, yeah.
Right, exactly.
You haven't hit the one spot that had a lot of metal on it.
Right. Okay, that is your attack there. That's an action.
I'm looking.
You have movement and a bonus action if you would like to take it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm just going to end here. I don't really have anything to do outside of that.
All right. Igvis, you're up. He goes, "Ah!" And you see him pull out his hand, and it looks like a flame kind of appears in his hand.
I basically want to fly directly around him like this, following that path.
Okay.
Unlock this door and open it.
Okay, so looking at it, it looks like there is a bolt on that door, so it'll take your action to undo the
Perfect.
bolt, and then
Perfectly
you're
fine by me.
free interact to open the door.
Yep, works for me.
Okay, so I unlocked it, so you can open it.
He's here, but knowing him, he's probably not alone. And then I'll just stand here and just kind of look at him like, I don't know. You know who I am, right? And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, sounds good. Anarian, you are up.
Anarian will call to Igvis and be like, Igvis, do you want me to have the snake eat him? Or should we talk to him first?
You can bring the snake in at least. Block the whole hallway, I suppose, with it.
Okay, and Anarian's going to step into the room.
Okay.
And then whistle for the snake to come, but leave enough space that Horace can come through.
Okay. Go ahead and move the snake where you want the snake.
I think that'll do.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Igvis. Igvis. This thing appears next to you. And it stings you, or attempts to sting you. A 14 to hit.
That'll miss.
All right. And that is its turn. Elias.
After it stings, can I just be like, I knew there was going to be something. You couldn't just leave it well enough alone.
Elias know where it's coming from?
Say again, Elias?
Does Elias know where? Does Elias know where the noise is coming from?
Does Elias know where the noise is coming from? Yeah, I mean, you heard it from the outside. And then you heard the door open inside, and you hear people talking and everything.
All right. So first, Elias is going to move so we can see the door.
Okay.
Am I going the right direction?
Yep. Keep going.
All right. So he'd take the dash action. So how much movement do I have left?
You normally have 30 feet?
Yes. Yes.
And I didn't actually see where you started there.
He was right by Mariana. I think he was right behind her.
So 1, 2, 3. You've used 15 feet so far. So you have 15
I think it
more
would be
feet.
25.
You were, I assume, right here? Is that where you were?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3 squares. So
Oh, cool.
15 feet. So you still have 3 more squares.
So Elias is going to go here.
Okay?
I think this would be 30 feet right here.
That is 10 more
Right.
feet. You just went. So you have 5 more feet.
All right. So what do I see right now?
So you will see the giant snake that's in the hallway there. You see Horace, and you see an open door down here.
All right. Elias is going to take the dash action and stop right here by right behind Horace, let's say.
Okay. Sounds good. Now you can't stop in the snake square.
Let me.
There you go.
Ignore the dice. That's just a flaw in my push to connect button. I'll pick another one.
All right, Mariana, you're up.
And I will ready an action for if an imp shows up, I will use Shocking Grasp.
Okay, sounds good.
If it shows up next to me, I suppose.
Ignis, that flame that is in his hand dissipates from his hand, and a flame-like radiance kind of comes down on top of your head. I need a dex save.
21.
21. So you save as you kind of dodge out of the way, and it just goes right onto the bed. And he goes, "Ah!" And then he casts another spell on himself, and this shimmering, translucent void kind of appears around him. And then he comes over here and he ducks down on the other side of the bed. Leave! Leave at once! Horace, you're up.
Sorry, the ruler's being really weird.
All right.
Move over here, and then I'm just gonna make an attack on this little guy over here.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack.
And do I have flanking here then?
You do. Yes, you do.
So then I would be able to use sneak attack.
You would. You would have advantage, and you could use sneak attack if you hit.
Sweet.
Just a quick question. Sneak attack works as long as somebody is threatening them, right? Like, you didn't necessarily have to be blinking.
No, but like it generally requires like as long as you have an advantage. As far as I understand it.
Actually, sneak attack I think also works if there's another enemy that is also adjacent to the target.
It doesn't matter for this one. I'll
Yeah.
take a quick.
You get sneak attack either way and advantage for this one. Yeah, it just requires advantage, actually. Looks like. Oh, you don't need advantage on the attack roll if the enemy of the target is within 5 feet. If another enemy of the target's within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, so you didn't necessarily need to do flanking in this case because I'm already adjacent to them, but
Yeah, well, I mean, just advantage is nice anyway.
oh, of course.
19
And
hits?
19 will hit. Go ahead and roll me damage. All right, so 6
14.
and 8 is 14 damage, and you kill this imp.
I decapitate this imp, is what I
Nice.
do.
As you come down with the scimitar, and its tiny head rolls along the chest and onto the floor.
Well, isn't that lovely? More dead things. And then I shall... Well, I have more movement. What, 10 feet, 10 feet, so...
All right.
Now, I suggest you just calm down as I, have my bloody scimitar in his face.
Go away! Go away! You will make the Duke very unhappy.
Oh, I'm sure we'll make him plenty unhappy when he discovers that a snake ate most of his guards.
This thing appears next to you, Horace, and it makes an attack roll on you.
Oh, lovely. More of these things.
A 17 to hit.
Just hits.
All right. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
An 11.
Okay. So you are going to take this much piercing damage, 7 piercing damage, and you're going to take half of this much poison damage. So half of 12, so 6 more poison damage, so 13 total. And that is that one's turn. Igvis, you're up.
I'll basically just fly to this position here,
All right.
and I'm going to take my attacks at the imp.
Okay.
Throw that left and that right hook. Come on.
Oh well, I have the staff right now, so it's one down and one up. For 25 to hit.
25 will absolutely hit. Go ahead and roll me damage.
11 damage, and this is a magical weapon.
All right. Ba-ba.
Still standing.
That imp goes down.
After that one goes down, take a step next to Thirstwell. And I can't really ready an action, right?
Correct. You don't have any action to ready.
I have my second attack still, but... Okay, and then I'll just look at him and be like, I really don't like hurting people. I really don't, honestly. And then I'll...
Say that to the dead.
You're the one who killed the butler! And I'll, do these in non-lethal attacks, but I'm going to hit him with the staff in my bonus action to
Okay, give me a wisdom saving throw first.
9, so I'm assuming...
So you tried to hit him, but that like invisible field kind of prevents you from doing so.
You're so annoying. And that'll end my turn then, since no extra attacks.
All right. Horus. This creature appears behind you and attempts to attack you, sting you.
Uncanny dodge? No.
Those are horrible rolls. A 9.
That's
will
definitely
miss.
not going to hit. That's definitely.
And that's turn. Anarian, you're up.
My question is, how will the snake get inside this door?
Anarian's gonna step up on the bed and step up next to what's his name, Thirstwell,
Okay.
and he's gonna say, I don't want to attack you either, but there's a big snake outside and it wants to eat you. I'm gonna whistle and just have the snake stick its head through the door and like growl. It's
And so the snake actually can't get in that room. It can't squeeze in that room.
yeah, just stick his head in the door
yeah,
and hiss and
yeah.
stick his tongue in.
Perfect. As like
I'm-
snake spit, kind of flies off towards the bed and narrowly misses you, Horace.
So just do what these guys say, and then maybe they won't murder you, and we won't have any more murders going on today.
You all need to leave it. I command it right now. I command it. If you want to see that precious baby alive, you'll leave.
Baby? I didn't know we were stealing a baby.
There's a baby?
And those of you, so Narian wouldn't, Horace wouldn't. But the rest of you do actually, and he'll say, "Yes, the baby of that human woman of yours. I know she's special to the party."
Oh, Alyssa's baby.
That's the one.
Yeah, because this clears this up.
There was a. I'll have to explain later.
You sound a little too chipper about that. Should we knock this guy out?
I, at this point I prefer stabbing, but. Grab his pillows. This would be a little fun pillow fight. You're on the bed anyway.
An Aryan grabs a pillow,
Okay.
and I guess we'll hit him with a pillow.
Okay, make me a wisdom saving throw. As you attempt to hit him with a pillow.
16.
16. Yeah, so you are able to successfully hit him with a pillow. Go ahead and you do 1 point of damage to him with the pillow.
I see we found his weakness. The boy can't stand his own
Mary, do
pillow.
you have strength? Any strength?
I have a -1 strength, so I
Okay.
think it's a 0 damage I do too.
So you do one. We're going to say 1 damage because I do a minimum of 1 damage. You do 1 damage to him with the pillow.
It goes floof, and that's the end of my turn.
All right. Elias, you're up.
So, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to keep my head in the door and use a.
All right.
What do you think?
You see what you see on the map. There is an imp over by Horus, attacking Horus, and they all seem... Anarian's on top of the bed and has a big pillow in his hands that he has over his head, like he's swinging it at something that's on the other side of the bed, though you can't really see what's on the other side of the bed. And Igvis and Horus are kind of standing, looking down at the floor.
So I can't see Thirstwell from here?
Correct. He's, like, kneeling on the other side of the bed, but you can see Igvis, Horus, and Anarian all looking at that side of the bed.
All right. So what Elias is going to do is he's going to come over, and he's basically going to go like this, I guess.
Okay.
Now can I see him?
1 more down, and you'll be able to see him. Yeah. You can see him from there.
All right. And now, assuming I haven't had to use the dash action to get there, Sacred Flame.
Okay. Sacred Flame. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Do I have disadvantage?
You are currently poisoned, so yes.
Higher of 18.
All right, but you have disadvantage, so it's actually a 13.
I know. That's
Yeah.
why I rolled twice.
Yeah, so that still passes it though. So he has to make a Dex saving throw.
Yes.
Okay. He fails. And that is 10 radiant damage.
Radiant.
All right. And he dies. From
Nope. Elias doesn't want to kill him.
Well, I was gonna say the first roll was 6.
So Elias was specifically not being lethal there.
not being lethal.
You know.
I don't think you have the option to not be lethal with magic.
Yeah, I would say Sacred Flame, you don't really have the option to kind of knock him out with Sacred Flame.
Yeah, flames don't really
Yeah.
strike me as something that can knock
Like with a
someone out.
weapon, you could hit him with the blunt end of your weapon or something like that. But Sacred
Okay, I thought that was just a rule mechanic. I guess I just murdered that man.
and
Next
don't
time, use a
worry.
pillow.
So you Sacred Flame him, and a holy flame comes down upon his head as he goes, "Ah!" And the little hair that he had on his head kind of burns off, and so he is now bald, and his face is
Looking,
kind
Horace just gonna look at the body and just like, nice, sick.
Elias! He knew where Alyssa's baby was.
Guys, can I revivify him? Like, I can unkill
Well,
him.
there isn't. We're not out of combat yet.
We
Yeah.
still have a thing to deal with.
still in combat. So that was your action and movement. You have a bonus action if you wish to use it.
Elias is very poisoned, so he's just gonna chill for now.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and pass the turn in game. Mariana, you are up.
Oh, Mariana, it's those things you hate.
By the way, I can't hear you if you're talking.
She just comes to the door and goes, "Guys, what the fuck?" And then I will Eldritch Blast the imp I can see.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
$24.
24 will absolutely hit. Go ahead and roll me damage.
2.
2 damage to the imp. Alright, as you ping it. A little bit of damage. And actually, sorry, your Eldritch Blast, it's force damage, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, as you ping it. Horace, you're up.
Well, it's about time I continue to murder, and I'm going to attack it.
Alright.
If it makes you feel any better, at least you're killing demons right now.
I'm actually going to hit it with Booming Blade,
Okay.
so I have to make a melee attack anyway, but
Sounds good.
does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not. A 10 misses.
It's so small, I just swing, I'm also reeling from Elias burning a man alive for some reason, and I just turn around and just, like, swing right over its head.
Alright. That's your action.
I'll move over here.
Alright. Igvis, you're up.
I'll just fly straight in and try and, I guess, pin it to the ceiling. Just like smash it against the ceiling.
Okay. So you're trying, as in, like,
I'm going to murder it. I want to
Okay,
splatter it on the
I
ceiling.
got you. Thematically, you're trying to do that, but you're punching it, or with your quarterstaff, you're hitting it.
So 25 to hit for 9 points of damage to splatter it on the ceiling.
And that is a magical quarterstaff. And you absolutely do splatter it against the ceiling in gory fashion. We can go ahead and drop out of combat here.
Elias, why the murder of the dude?
Hold on, he's a cleric. Maybe you can revive him. Speak with the dead, maybe? Go
I'm
on.
afraid the only spell I have with me for this purpose is Revivify.
We'll revive him.
If,
And then we'll just kill him again after we get our answers.
I feel
Mariana
like a
goes
lot
to
of
check his
resources.
pockets first.
Yeah, so you're gonna check his pockets. You will find
Using my 3rd level spell slot. My last one of the day, guys. Let's hope this was a good use.
So in his pockets, you're gonna find a key, Mariana, and that seems to be all that he has on him in his robes.
All right, cool. I'm gonna and back off.
Alright, so Elias uses Revivify.
All right, cool. You use Revivify, and he comes back to life.
I like to imagine he just opens his eyes, and Elias is like going to have. Who has a dagger? Who's the scariest person? Because here's the scene Elias would like to paint. Okay.
I mean, like, I'm pretty scary looking.
So
I've
how
got
I
a-
like to imagine it, and let me know if you guys would cooperate with this. I imagine, like, Horace's scimitar is out and at his throat. Niall's got like the quarterstaff and in. And Mariana's looking scary, and then he just opens his eyes to that.
It'd be really impressive to have a corpse with a quarterstaff, that's for sure.
FYI, this is what he looks like. Just imagine the hair on his head has been singed off.
Morning, Baldy. How was the afterlife? Did hell look good?
You dare kill me? And what is this foul magic? Do you not care about the life of this child?
Listen here, bud. We're probably going to kill you again here. The question is, do you want it to be quick and painless, or as slow and painful as we can make it? And trust me, as a bard, I'm very creative.
So he goes as you do that to cast a spell.
I would like to try and like restrain him.
Yeah.
It would stop the thematic components of his spell.
Yeah, did we not start with him restrained?
That's what
feel like we
wanted
should
to
have...
do that,
You
but nobody
just
gave me.
revivified him, put your sword against his throat.
No, like I said, everyone is ready to kill him if he tries anything. He literally has a knife to his throat right
He's
now.
not restrained in any way, though. But, yeah. I mean, you can all, if you would like, take an action. I would assume we'll count it as basically like a ready action. So he goes to cast a spell. You could all do something if you wish.
Guys, how willing am I to burn through spells to be scary here?
I'm just gonna murder him.
Hear me out.
So let's
I
do
have
this
to
real
have
quick.
the option to knock him
Every,
out, Igvis.
So I'll keep that attack
basically-
roll there.
I want to do it in a non-lethal way. Like I said kill, but I literally want to knock him back out. And I'm like, guys, at least restrain. Like that's what I wanted.
Okay.
They didn't wait for like anything.
So that is a crit, and you are able to knock him back out. So you knock him out, and it is non-lethal damage. He is currently unconscious.
To be fair,
We're a great interrogation team. I love this. It's very fun.
Yeah,
Don't
I
we
think
still
Kel
have those
just needed to
magic
chop off
shackles?
his head a couple times.
Do you have magical shackles?
We had those shackles that could stop casters from doing anything. They put them on Mariana before.
Kel has
They're
them.
just normal manacles. I just need my hands to use magic. I mean, we can use those.
Before we do anything else with him, I heard the hinges of something opening and closing. I assume it's this chest Elias is standing on.
Yeah, I will describe what you see there. So you have the drab curtains that kind of cover the windows of the room. The one to the south, the rest of you can see is open, and the glass has been shattered inward. And there's a bed in there, and there seems to be a padlocked iron chest there. There's a small bathtub here, which, has these little feet that kind of look like claws on it, and then there's a fireplace here. But that is what you see.
You said it's a padlocked chest, so it is locked.
Yes.
I'll hand over the key and step way back.
If you guys also want to grab him and shackle him so we can wake him up. when we're ready.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry about
I'm-
that, by the way.
I'm gonna move him onto the bed. If I can.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Elias, want to take a step back and I'll open this thing?
Yeah.
So I'll use the key Mariana handed me to open this chest.
All right. Sounds good. You can do that, and the key
there could be
does
full
work.
of imps.
Just, basically, like, prepare just in case, I suppose.
And inside the chest is but one thing. And it seems to be this box with strange symbols on it. It looks like this.
That looks fun.
Small question. Mariana, you had detect magic up. Did we assume that that may have worn off at this point?
I think that's only like 10 minutes.
That's why I was asking, like, how long it's been.
That detect magic was when you were walking around the outside.
Correct.
I would say no. I would say it would still be up at this point if it lasts 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because you were kind of hastily running outside when you came up here pretty quickly. So I'd say you're probably like at the tail end of it.
Okay, and does the box appear to have magic on it? Does Mariana know, I suppose? I shouldn't be asking for her.
It absolutely detects as magic.
Any particular type?
Yes. It is... Loading. You detect transmutation.
Okay, I will make that known. And then I'd like to do an Arcana check on it.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Haha, 2. It is
Uh,
perhaps a puzzle box
it
of some
looks-
sort.
It is a magic box.
Okay. And you said transmutation, right?
Transmutation.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think what I'll do is, I have like a cloth or something on me. I'll throw that on top and wrap it up, and just stick it into my backpack for now.
Okay.
Well, I'll probably leave it out because I'll be showing it to him and be like, "Hey, what's this thing?" But you know what I mean. I'm gonna have it, but not directly touching it.
Okay. Sounds good. You can do that. Okay.
Okay, and then I'll look at everybody else and be like, "All right, I think we have questions for this gentleman now. Is he all shackled up so he can't use his hands or anything?"
I moved him under the bed so we can shackle him and then, if need be, knock him out again. And hopefully he wouldn't die, being as frail as he is, on the bed.
Do you want to give him a cushion while somebody bashes his head in? All right, I guess that's fair.
I mean, if he's gonna die, you might as well die in your own bed. Listen, I may be a monster, but I'm not cruel.
Whoa.
I don't think he
He
deserves
take a
that.
finger. He tried something.
Anyway, if you want to ask the questions, Elias, remember, Alyssa's baby. Apparently, he knows where this child is.
We didn't actually confirm that we shackled him, so we should probably shackle him.
Oh, yeah, he's 100% shackled.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I rushed for Revivify
his eyes
because
as well.
you only have a minute to cast it. Alright, ready in action. We knock him out again if he does anything other than tell us what we want.
Okay, so you're ready to knock him out if he does anything else that you don't approve of. And how exactly are you binding him again?
So he is currently manacled to the bed.
Manacled to the bed. Okay.
Yeah.
The same
Anarian
ones that we
takes
used on Janice before.
Anarian takes the pillowcase
So
off
you-
of the pillow and puts it over his head.
So just to be clear, you have one set of manacles, right? I believe
We have 2, actually.
You have 2.
They're the
Yeah.
ones that the dragon cult used on Mariana when they first found us.
So describe
what-
exactly how you're manacling him to the bed. Like, what are you manacling him
Good.
with?
So there's 2 posts on the back. We're basically going to put both of his arms on those posts, kind of as you would, both wrists, and then we're taking a pillowcase. We're putting it over his head, leaving just enough room for him to breathe,
No.
but
No,
limiting his
we don't
sight.
want a pillowcase on his head because then we can't see his mouth.
Well, we can just put it over everything but his mouth.
That's fair.
Because we just tie the extra to make it tighter. We just don't want him to be able to see anything.
Yes.
Okay.
It's almost like you have experience tying people to beds.
Well, of course, Listen, I've been around the block. I'm 55. What can you expect?
Just make it fast. We still have his brother to deal with.
Oh, I'll make it fast. And then I just do all of those things.
Okay. You do all of those things.
And then I'll just ready my scimitar, the butt of my scimitar, to knock him out if he does anything stupid.
Okay.
Like it.
Oh, Elias readies silence if Horus misses.
Okay.
And I'd like to bring up detect magic again. Wait, no, never mind. I don't have a reason to do that. Well, nah, never mind.
Okay. So, Horace, you tie him to the bed. You guys put the pillow over his face, not over his mouth, but like, covering his eyes basically so he can't see. And then
Yes.
you break out your scimitar that you're holding against him. Elias, you're preparing silence. And you do what?
And I'm assuming, Igvis, are you by him too, so you can get another try to knock him out?
I kind of don't want to be. I'll be over here.
It's okay. Me being right here and you being right here should be fine. Are we ready to wake him up?
Yes, quite so.
Alright. Come on, buddy. And then I'm just gonna, knock his head a little bit with my, scimitar. Come on. We got questions.
We're going to let you off with a warning this time. You will regret it if you try to get anything like that again. Not if we're clear.
Yeah. Why are you so cruel? What? You come into my home and you kill me and bring me back, then knock me out. Just leave us be.
You attempted to cast a spell, my friend. That is on your that is on your head.
Like this pillowcase.
Thank you, Anarian.
Please explain to me why you have demon imps working for you.
And
If you're
what is-
so innocent.
Go ahead. He says, they are conscripted. It's
Somebody
just
made a
bodyguards,
deal.
is all they are.
Somebody made a deal then? With the devil, perhaps?
Until you have no idea what you're talking about, please. Just
Oh, I'm very aware of deals with other things.
do you not care about the baby?
You're
I
going
don't
to tell
know
us where the baby is.
Yes, do what Elias says. Tell us what the baby is, because apparently they like to know. I have no idea what this baby is. I have no connection to it. So
Yeah,
that's
you're barking up the wrong tree for most of the people here, man. You have no cards to hold. Let's just put it that way.
He said, and Igvis, as far as how you and Elias, both of you, how you actually feel about the baby, you would say you care about it, though? Out of character, about what Igvis and Elias, how they feel.
Well, I would probably at least want to bring the baby back to its family. So I do care to some degree. You can consider this deception.
Okay.
Elias's reactions are intense. In his mind, the baby dying is the same as Marza dying again.
Right. And
So-
so
That should say enough.
okay. And so Igvis, roll me a deception at disadvantage. And Elias, what were you saying? How were you responding to him when he said that?
Elias said, quite frankly, we don't have any evidence you actually know where the baby is.
Okay. Yeah, Igvis, roll me a deception at disadvantage. Okay, 2.
Why do my natural 20s have to be wasted?
So, he says, please, don't play games, don't lie to me. I know how you truly feel. I've kept an eye on you for a long time. You think that I would just take a random baby, not understanding the importance that it has to you? If you want to see this baby alive, you will do as I say. You will let me go, and I will not tell you until then, until my demands are met.
I'm gonna take 2 steps
So
to
Elias is going to take his mace out. If you want to keep your foot,
Whoa,
he'll tell
whoa,
us where the
whoa,
baby
whoa,
is.
whoa! Hey! First off, he's threatening you because he clearly has some sway over any of you.
Well, let me be clear, and I'm gonna get like really close to him so I can feel my breath. I want you dead more than I care about the baby. So answer the questions, or you're never leaving this room anyway.
Do you actually mean that?
Yes.
Would you? So Igvis.
I will
actually-
straight up murder him.
Okay.
I'm
And-
done being spied on. I'm done being chased. This guy is dead to me, and he's a means to an end.
Okay, roll me intimidation.
Straight roll.
Yeah. Just give me a straight roll.
Of course, it's a 9.
He says, "You've already tried to kill me once." He says, "Do what you will, but just know you kill me, and the baby dies with me."
I'll accept it if I have to,
What?
and take a couple steps away.
So hold on, old feeble man. Regards to the baby, are you? See, what I can gather is you know its location. The baby's important. What about its mother? Is she alive?
No, she isn't. We found her butchered by his people already.
Oh, lovely.
My people? You think my people? What do you think the council will think, huh? A group of vagabonds running into a patriarch's home, a duke's home, murdering guards and
well, so,
murdering people.
I
You
might
think that they
add-
will side with you? You won't make it a couple blocks from here without
No,
without
you were
word
saying
from
we
me
can't
to
let
vouch for you.
leave the room alive.
So here's the thing you don't quite understand about your current predicament. Not only do I have a connection to the City Watch, the Watch specifically that runs this area, but also we can just leave. Like, sure, guards will chase us, but they're way too focused on the refugee crisis that you aren't solving. Let's be real. All we need to do is disappear into a crowd, take your stuff, kill you. Problem solved itself.
He says, "What? You don't think that your actions have already taken eyes? That people are not watching this? The guard is probably already on their
What are
way."
you gonna say?
And I will say that at this point, Horus, Elias, even Igvis, as you kind of are sitting here interrogating him, and you just realize that there is shattered glass there on that window. You can see outside of it, and over the wall. And over the wall is city street. And there does seem to be some sort of commotion brewing outside on the street.
Well, let us make our time short, but again, what's to say to cut our losses? What do we get for helping you outside of vouching?
You get the life of this baby, you get your own lives. You think that the guard will let you go when they arrive here? You think that they will believe anything that you have to say? You come into a house and murder people that are with the Grand Duke? You need me. You need my word to vouch for you. You let me live. You leave the city. You leave us alone. You will have the baby. You will have your lives.
And where's our word? Where's our assurance that you'll follow any of this? You have been spying on us, and you've resorted to kidnapping a baby to threaten us.
He says, I don't see how you have...
Elias is going to make a persuasion check.
Okay. Go ahead and make me persuasion.
It's only like a 15.
He says, I don't see how you have any other choice in the matter. You could kill me, yes, but you will lose your lives in the same place.
I died 5 years ago. Elias is just going to say smugly. What's it matter if I lose it now?
So at this point, Horace is going to look at the rest of you and go, all right, enough with this. Make your choice. Should I cut off his head, or should I lead him downstairs and pretend we're his guard?
No, I say we take his foot.
Well,
That is fast.
just before that, and I'll hold up the box that I'm not currently touching and say, "Do you lock this away? Is this important to you?"
Maybe uncover his eyes so he can see it.
And I'll hold up the puzzle box in question. The thing
Okay.
that Mario
Yeah,
has.
so his eyes are currently smothered with a pillow.
Let him
And
see.
Arian will say, "We have the box that was in your chest. You can't see it, but it's nice and it has like markings on it."
And he says, it's of no consequence to me.
So
Okay,
I'm going to insight him.
Yeah, go ahead, roll.
I would also like to insight.
Yeah, any of you can roll insight.
Okay, then you won't mind if I toss it up in the air and
I didn't see a shit.
Yeah, no, everything's not great.
Those were
I got
fantastic
12.
rolls.
I got an 18 though.
Well, I'm glad that Mariana saved us, because I'm going to be honest.
Wow. Yeah, those were horrible rolls, and Arian, if you want to insight too.
I got a 25, so I know what he's doing.
Oh my god.
All right then. Yeah. You. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Ignis, Horus, Elias. You guys. I mean, it's just a box. I mean, it's a box with some runes on it. Magical, you know, that Mariana, is able to detect, but you don't think he really cares what you do with the box.
You know, this clearly has some pretty strong magic on it. I could probably get plenty for it from, say, one of my fence contacts, near the ports.
I'll just say, oh, well, if it's not important to him, I guess I'll just take it. And yeah, no, his life is forfeit now.
I mean, it sounds useful enough to trade for safe passage, so...
Do you actually mean when you say that his life is forfeit? I'd love to cut off his head right now. I'm really getting quite tired and irritated.
I'll walk out with the snake.
Roll me intimidation, Ignis, at advantage, thanks to Horus.
I suck at these.
I should have done the intimidation, but it's fine. It's
Hey!
cool. Doesn't matter. Only it doesn't matter.
It could have been advantage, disadvantage, or straight. I don't care, I guess.
All right, and he says, wait, we can still work out a deal. I wasn't forthcoming as much. That box, it has. It can unlock unimaginable power. I can help you do that if you just do as I wish. You can have the baby, and we can unlock the box together.
I say we smash the box.
No, hold on.
Elias, do you have your mace?
Are you willing to
A magic item
make it a
like that.
contract kind of deal? Can we get something in? I'd more than like to work for you with this box.
What kind of contract were you thinking? What do you mean?
Just something that binds to make sure that you hold your end of the deal and I hold mine.
Yes, of course. I will put something in writing if you must.
Okay.
And now-
I'm totally down to help you out with that. If it means I get back whatever the baby they seem to care about, but more importantly, I kind of want to just see what the box does. I could use some form of entertainment.
What I would like to do is I'm essentially going to pull out the documents or the papers that we had Mortlock write up for us,
Mm-hmm.
and essentially have him sign that one, this is all factually true and accurate, and two, that he has our seal of approval for his pardon, if anything. Because Mortlock has pointed out that what all their activities were, that they were behind all the cultist activity, all of that kind of stuff. So we have a very big bargaining chip against his family.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want.
He says, well, let me give you a counter proposal here.
Go
Listen,
ahead. Time's ticking. People are sitting outside. I don't.
You clearly care. It's ticking for us both. It may seem. Listen, we.
Oh no! Rest assured, if we kill you, I'll disguise myself as you. Say, make sure
Elias,
your
let him.
body's never
Elias,
found.
Yeah, let's let him finish.
let the old man, feeble man, give us his little deal.
He says, I will give you the baby, and you will help me kill my mother. I will assist you in that. And in her place, the Grand Duke vacancy will have to be filled, and who better to take than her oldest son that place. I will take up head of Baldur's Gate here, head of that seat, and with that, power over the watch, power over the flaming fist. And with that, of course, I can be of great use to you. We can hold that power together. You can hold great seats within the city. And we will figure out how to unlock that box together. I can assist you with that power. And we shall unlock just this unimaginable magic power, all of us together, and rule this city for our own. Just think of what we could accomplish together.
So to be clear, what I would like is for you to sign your name on this piece of paper saying that everything's true. Let's start there.
He says, of course, signing that paper may not look favorably upon me being able to take the Grand Ducal seat.
Who says it has to see the light of day? But I would like some reassurances here.
It's
Indeed.
literally it's just collateral again, because people who tend to rise to power want more, and I wouldn't blame you, and certainly most people in this room wouldn't blame you, that at the first sign that you were the Grand Duke, to have us all murdered, secretly assassinated, dealt with all that madness in prison. This is just simply an assurance that that won't happen after we help you.
Roll me a persuasion. And he says, and before you roll the persuasion, he says, so I will sign that paper, but on one condition. I will sign the paper. We will kill my mother first. Then I will tell you about the location of the baby, and then once I have the Grand Ducal seat, then we will unlock this box's power.
Then, to be clear, I'm going to have this letter, and one of us will have this box in the meantime.
That is fair enough. You hold on to the letter and the box. We kill my mother. Then you find out the location of the baby. And we take back Baldur's Gate for ourselves. Yes?
Works for me.
So to be clear, you sign the letter now. Then you have the baby as collateral until your mother's dead and in the ground. Where you assume when you tell us where the baby is, well, we're going to look out for her. You assume the Grand Duchy, and from there, we work together to unlock the box.
Yes.
All in agreement?
Perfect.
Very well.
Sounds like a good time.
Now, out of character, Horace, you're agreeing. Igvis, you're agreeing, it seems. Elias, it seems like you're agreeing. Mariana, Anarian, what about you?
Kind of just going with it to see what happens.
Okay. Anarian, do you say anything, or do you kind of let things play out the way they do?
Anarian's terribly against murdering anyone, so he's not happy about it, so he just left the room.
Okay.
He just left the room.
Okay. Second question. Igvis, Elias, Horace, those of you who have verbally agreed, does your character mean it?
Sorry, what was that?
Does your character mean it? Does your character mean to follow through with this deal?
With the full agreement?
The full agreement in order
No.
to help him kill his mother, let him ascend to the ducal seat.
So we went. The way I see it, we're willing to help him kill his mother. Whether he becomes the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate is on him.
So, what I mean by it is I'm going to get him to sign this piece of paper, help him take out his mother, and then immediately eliminate him as a loose end.
Okay. Horace?
In terms of like meaning it,
This is going to decide whether you need to roll deception or not. You intend.
Okay.
So my question is it your character's intent in order to follow through with that full plan as stated? To kill his mother?
I should say that for the purposes of deception, I am not trying to deceive him. I am more than willing to go through with this plan. Like, I have no qualms about killing someone, helping him ascend to that, and gaining power in Baldur's Gate through those means. That doesn't necessarily mean I won't kill him or do anything else in that plan, but I'm just not deceiving him. Like, I'm not pretending.
Yeah.
I mean to at least follow through to deal with the mother bit.
Okay. So Igvis, roll me a deception. Elias.
To be clear, I never said at any point I was going to help him ascend the throne. I just said I will help you deal with your mom.
Okay, he's asking for confirmation on the whole plan.
So Elias's take.
So he's going to ask specifically for.
So
He's going to lay out the plan as he did, right? And he says that is our plan, and you agree to these terms.
So Elias said what he perceived was the plan pretty clearly, which is, and this is Elias's honest thoughts. They are going to work together to kill the mother. Elias then intends to get out of the way while he assumes the Grand Duchy. So he's not talking about per se saboteur to help him with it beyond helping him kill his mother. But he's not really planning to stand in his way either. If that makes any sense.
So, in other words, you are agreeing to his plan. Because he never said he wanted your help getting there. He just said, once he's there, we'll do this.
Yeah, he's saying
Elias
your plan is not. Do you plan to harm him in any way, or are you going to let him ascend? You're going to kill the mother, let him go, let him ascend to the ducal, as long as he gives you the location of the baby, and try to gain power through this box. That's his plan, and he is basically confirming that you're on board with every step of the plan, and he wants verbal confirmation. So, you can give verbal confirmation, but if your character isn't agreeing or doesn't plan to go through with every step of that plan, I need you to roll deception.
The thing is, Elias really hasn't thought ahead, so I don't really know for sure what he wants. If that makes any sense.
So just for the purposes of this, are you trying to deceive him at all?
Elias's plan is to let him live and see where things go.
So yeah, you're not standing in his way in any particular way.
So you're not trying to deceive him. You're not trying to deceive him. That's
I'll
literally.
roll a deception just so we have a roll, and then if he beats it, we'll figure it out.
Okay, go ahead and roll me persuasion.
For
And
Elias, it
Horace-
would be persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion. You can
Let's
keep-
just say my 13 was persuasion instead of deception, because
Okay.
they're the same for me.
And Horace, your persuasion is 7. You rolled persuasion already.
What?
Or was
So
that before?
that was before.
Okay,
so,
yeah, so roll me another persuasion. Okay. And so he looks around and he says, I believe you might be on board. As he looks towards you, Horace. I can sense the yearning for great power in you, but I'm afraid that your friends may not be on board. Convince them. Show them that this plan can benefit us all. It is a sound plan, a sound strategy.
I hate this. So,
My friend, I am but a simple bard in search of music. For me,
just Elias,
I'm okay to
Elias, just for a moment. I'm an old man. I've killed several people today. I'm tired. All right. I'm sure half of you don't want to do whatever this evil little shit's plan is. He practically screams devil fodder. However, we should do our best and keep his interests within our minds. If for nothing else, then we can get out of this situation, we can get your baby, and if need be, let him ascend and we can move on with our lives.
I'm just going to look at him and be like, let me be clear. I want you to sign the paper. I'm gonna hold onto this box, and I will help you kill your mother. What happens after that, we can figure out at that point.
Can you be at least a little amendable to those terms, sir?
Give me a persuasion, a straight persuasion roll. You have disadvantage, Igvis, but you have advantage because of Horus. So give me a straight persuasion roll.
I am not charismatic at all. 5.
He says, no, we must be explicit in these terms. My life is quite important to me. If you haven't been able to tell, you must vow and agree that you will not harm me in any way throughout this process.
That we won't harm you through this process.
That none of you, as he looks to all of you, all of those here, including that snake, that you will not harm me directly or indirectly in any means until I assume the ducal vacancy.
you just say until you assume the ducal vacancy?
Correct.
So you know with your wording as given, we could harm you afterwards. You should rephrase.
Well, at that point, you could try.
Buddy.
Just
If you
let's
choose
just
to
do
betray
it.
me.
Let's just do it. I don't have
Yeah.
I don't have time to play semantics with what clearly is a rules lawyer.
Oh, Elias is just gonna roll his eyes on this one and agree.
And you would know Horace, you would know. Well, I guess Igvis, you would know. You're the only two who know Baldur's Gate really well. That it would probably take him. It's going to take him a while to ascend to the ducal vacancy. So, I mean, you're effectively agreeing not to harm him for weeks, at least. It's not something that's going to happen overnight.
So, I'm okay with this if we can add one more caveat, good sir.
Speak.
Your fiend stopped spying on us.
Agreed.
All right. I will be on board.
Hang on. Can we get a guarantee that you won't hurt us either?
Of course. I will also not harm you as long as you also do not harm me.
Directly or indirectly.
Directly or indirectly.
Nor can we be imprisoned, tortured, any of those, Matt.
Of course, listen, if this all works out, we will all attain power. I mean it when I say that this will be good for all of us. You will have more than just not being imprisoned. You will be put into positions of power within the gate.
What does my insight get me on this one?
Go ahead and roll me insight.
17.
17. FYI, I will always roll, regardless of whether he's trying to deceive you or not.
Oh, absolutely. For all I know, you just rolled a persuasion to convince Elias.
Elias, do any of the rest of you care? I mean, you can all roll insight. Let's just have that. Everybody roll insight.
I had a lot of good rolls. It had to catch up to me eventually, right?
Yeah, you all believe him. I mean, really, you think his strategy is sound. I mean, who else better to take, his mother's place than him as the oldest son? And you do think that having a Grand Duke on your side would be incredibly beneficial. I mean, you don't hint any deception.
So Elias is actually going to start. If my friends, if there's no objection, I believe we should unman shackle our new friend.
Where is Anarian? Where did that rascal run off to?
The story of how Elias is going to unshackle him, like, as he's doing.
Okay.
Well, at least he's going to take the pillowcase off. The story of how you turned assailants into your devout followers. This will be one for your legend, I'm sure.
Yes. Yes, it will. Our legend, our story.
Come now.
They will sing our name as they sing Balduran's.
We have our names to clear, and I think we are due for some rest, but then we can take to whatever task you need us to do, oh great one.
At this point, you hear what seems to be commotion downstairs. The gate seems to open out front. And he says, must be the guards. Please, I will take care of the guards.
Sign the paper first, real quick, and then go take care of the guards.
Yes. Give me the paper, quick. He says, you must get rid of the snake.
Anarian, can you dismiss your friend? We really don't want to cause any more harm.
He disappears.
Okay. And he says, if you hold out the paperwork, do you do that real quick for him? Give him something to write with?
Yeah.
Okay, he will sign off on it. You know, I hold these truths, I hold these facts above to be true, about myself and my family, and he will sign it, Thirstwell Vanthampur, real quick. And he says, there is your signature. He says, this door at the end of the hallway, my brother Emmerich is inside. Make sure that he does not come out. I will talk to the guards.
Well,
And he starts heading downstairs.
Anarian, cat form, follow him, please, if you can.
GM, can you resolve
Yeah,
the
you do
message
it.
in private role before he leaves?
I see.
Is it /W?
Yeah, it's /W, but I mean, I see.
So I don't have to worry about those words being twisted, right? Okay, cool.
So he heads downstairs. Narian, you are in cat form. And Anarian, you see as he kind of comes out the front here. And in the front, there are several guards, and these front gates are open.
Elias is going to kind of do his weird Elias thing where he puts his hands on people's shoulders to both Horace and Mariana.
All right. So he comes out front there, Anarian, and there are a bunch of guards. Sorry, I'm just activating it for the stream, just to switch those scenes. He says, "Yes, watch me. Thank you for coming. There has been an atrocity here, but it has all been handled. Please, the Duke is safe. I am safe. We are all safe here. I can't say the same for our private guardsmen, but they fought valiantly against a great beast that attacked the house. An assassination attempt, but it has been fended off, and please, we just need time to rest. Go back to your post. Stay nearby in case we need you. Surround the outside of the manor, but the Duke needs her privacy at the moment." And you see the guards kind of look at each other, and one steps up that you identify as a sword with the watch. And he says, "As you command, Lord Thirstwell." And he will beckon the rest of his guards to leave through the gate, and you see him issuing orders in order to have them stand kind of around the outside of the grounds, outside of the gate, as they look and talk to foot traffic, and kind of get people to move along, so to speak. There's nothing to see here. Please, move along. Everything is fine. And they kind of are ushering citizens back to your business, back to your homes. But he will do that, and then he will walk back inside after having gathered himself, and will walk back up the stairs.
So there was something Elias was going to do while he was gone.
Okay.
So while he was gone, Elias was going to pull Horace and Mariana aside albeit in his normal flamboyant Elias way, and imply that he highly suspects that Thirstwell will betray him at some point, probably after we help him take out his mother.
Figures.
And then he's going to say, I'm not sure we'll want to leave him after that. We'll cross that bridge as we come to it, I suppose.
Again, this was all just a means to an end.
Indeed. And that's really all Elias wanted to do.
Okay. You're able to have that conversation before he comes back up. Narian, what do? Do you follow Thirstwell back up?
No, Narian's hanging out around the outside of the house, just wandering around.
Okay. So you guys see Thirstwell come back up the stairs without your feline companion.
We can't see any. I can't see anything.
Yeah, currently can't see anything. I don't think our tokens exist.
They do. I just have to activate this now. So
There we are.
you can all see.
So, Thirstwell, do we need to deal with your brother as well, or where is your mother?
Says yes, and Anarian, I'm just gonna do this because your screen would have turned black. But you can put yourself up and then back down the stairs if you want to keep moving around the bottom floor of the house and don't want to come upstairs.
He's just gonna hide in this tree.
Okay. So say again, Igvis. What do you say to him?
Well, I'm just gonna ask him, do we need to deal with your brother? Is he gonna be on board with your plan? And where's the mother to get this underway?
Says yes, you my brother cannot live for this plan to work. You must dispatch him. This is his room here. I'm sure he's already locked it, but you were effective at breaking into my own room. I just suggest that we don't do so from the outside, now that I've dealt with the guards.
Is he magical in any way? Weapons? What are we working with?
Says he does have a companion that he has as well, a spined devil, a fiend that accompanies him, who can be quite the combatant. Amric himself is quite good with daggers and smaller hidden weapons, but not too formidable a foe. He is more guile of tongue. If
I see. So you intend for us to go in here and fight a devil and a thief, roguish character?
Yes, if that is how you would like to classify him, I suppose.
And you don't know where we could get a key to the door?
I said it is most likely bolted from the inside. I cannot enter. You must force your way in. Unless, well, then he thinks for a moment. Then he says, hold on. And he comes up to the door. And he says, Emmerich, it is Thirstwell. And as he says that, he kind of like motions for you guys silently to back up a little bit. He says, please, open the door. I have neutralized the intruders, and they are on our side now. We have a plan moving forward. And do you hear from inside the door? You hear from inside the door. My dear brother, Thirstwell, do you really expect me to fall for that? I know your ways. I know there is no love lost. No, I will not open this door. And, you've always been a stubborn one. I will have to bash it in and bash in your skull. You can have them try.
Come now. Thirstwell, was the deal not for your mother?
He says, my brother cannot live either. If my brother
Elias
lives, the
is
whole
going to say
planet
that
ruins.
loudly so that both of them can hear. But he's going to try to pass it off as he just said it to Thirstwell.
Okay. You say that. He kind of looks at you. He says, well, you'll have to do this the hard way.
Once he's... Perhaps we should go for your mother first, though. Once he's gone, the alarm will be far too high to get to her. After all, they'll maximize the guard. Whereas with her natural heir, we'd have an easy time maintaining access to your brother. Would we not?
He says, if we
Elias
leave...
is going to make a persuasion check with that one.
Good. Make me persuasion.
I'm rolling badly tonight.
But... He says, so what exactly do you suggest?
Well, once her son is killed in an assassination attempt, the Grand Duke Philarma would certainly double her guards, triple them even. Even her own son would have trouble getting close. After all, she's one of the last dukes, and with such a close-to-home attack, she'd be inaccessible. Whereas, for you, when she's gone, you become the master of this household. And with your blessing, we can come back and deal with your brother at our convenience.
He says, well, there's...
Could we not?
You just want us to leave him here? And, he will be able to escape then. Right now we have him pinned.
But you see, right now we have him pinned, but not your mother. Tell me, you've played dragon chess, yes?
My mother is busy in the basement, as she always is. My brother and I have never been allowed access down there.
So the problem is,
She is
would you
not
give up a
concerned
king?
at this immediate moment, but my brother is. He could escape at any moment. Unless you plan to post a guard.
Come now, have you not noticed one of us is missing?
Okay. And?
Think about it. It's been quite established today that there are those of us who can disappear without a trace. Is it not?
Speak plainly. How do you plan to stop my brother from escaping?
He can hear us. Do you want him to know?
Let me just... If we kill him, sure, he's silent and he doesn't cause us any issues, but he doesn't really have unless he has imps somewhere that you're aware of, he doesn't have the information that we have, A. B, if we attempt to kill him now and all of us die, that puts you in a very weak particular situation. It might be best to pin the attack on him, maybe. If he has to face guards, and then we can Maybe conjure up some imps or something to, I don't know, add to the story. It's a way of eliminating him without killing him.
I understand what you'd like to do, but that still does not beg the question as of right now. How do we stop him from escaping? So we can pin this on him later.
I'm saying that even if he escapes, it doesn't matter if you're the one to blame
Tell
him
me,
for this attack.
Tell
We
me,
could.
how incriminating is it that the Duke's second son flees right after a failed assassination attempt where his older brother was tragically killed and only revived because a wandering cleric happened to be around? Why,
We had
that sounds
scheduled
like an
time with your
absolute war for power. For power, no?
and we had scheduled time with your mother. All of this fits the narrative of him attempting to eliminate family, the guards that help supply his family if he runs. If he stays, then he's just pinned here. He's not trapped in a physical sense. It's more of a political.
Thinks for a moment. He says, I suppose you're right.
If you're going to be a duke, you need to act like one. You can't just show your hand of force. You need to be able to undercut a few people. Make it hard for them to actually move on you.
Yes, I believe you're right. I see the logic in your plan. Very well, we can leave him be for now.
Sounds good enough for me.
Says, my mother is holed up in the basement. I can't tell you much about what's down there because I'm not allowed down there, but that is where we will find her. There is an entryway through the kitchen downstairs. We go through there, we'll find a set of stairs down to the basement.
Would you mind if we took some time to rest, maybe get our bearings, and then head down there?
How much time do you need to rest?
How much time do you think you could spare? Obviously, the more the better in this case.
Well, I suppose we could take maybe a short rest, but an extended amount of time I don't believe would be wise. This is still my mother's home, and as long as she lives, we could lose our opportunity to strike before she realizes what has happened here.
I will take a short rest. That works perfectly for me.
Why don't we at least take the short rest in said kitchen, so if she does come up early, we're already there?
Great suggestion. We can have us a tiny meal, maybe.
Oh,
Okay, he will
I'm gonna
leave.
test her out to a Narian to see if he wants to get on my shoulder. I guess not.
Baronarian, would it be a problem if I took my short rest by this room, perchance? Perhaps you could join me.
And he leads you down this way. And as you guys kind of go down that way, he says that the kitchen is over here. He says, where are your friends? Are they not coming?
One of our friends is currently disguised as an animal. They're coaxing him into coming down.
And it's very well. This is the kitchen. As he walks into the kitchen, Elias, really quick, Mariana, and Narian, is it your intention to stay upstairs, or are you guys going to head downstairs as well?
Elias was planning to stay upstairs, but he said that as they were leaving.
Yeah, I was just
Like,
up
he's
here
not-
to figure out what he was doing.
Okay, so Elias is saying he plans to stay upstairs. Because I'm going to switch
Elias-
scenes downstairs for the stream, which means your scene's going to go black, Elias, or whoever's upstairs. So if you plan to stay
That's
upstairs, just let
fine.
me know before I do that.
That's fine.
Okay.
Are you staying up here to like watch for if Amric tries to leave, or
Okay.
That is the story, yes. Just so we know.
Okay, really quick for me, just move all your characters downstairs, and then I'm going to switch the scene, and then you can move them back upstairs, just so you don't lose vision of your characters. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to switch the live stream downstairs, and then if you want to go upstairs now, you can do so.
So, who's staying with me upstairs, by the way?
You may have to get off that piece and then go back on it. Yeah, there you go. So right now, Anarian's upstairs, Mariana's upstairs with you, Elias. As far as downstairs is concerned, Horace Ignis, he leads you into here, and he looks at this woman. There's a woman there who seems to be cowering behind the bench, and he says, "Gaboret, you can leave. There is no need. Take the day off, please. There is no more need for you and your services at the moment." And yes, Lord Thurswell, I will do so. As she kind of like cautiously moves around both of you and moves out the door. And out the front door. And then he says, "So this is the kitchen. Over here is the door leading to the basement."
Well, I'm going to grab some bites to eat, maybe sit down for a minute, lick my wounds, and then we can get to it.
All right. And, this whole room has pleasant aromas that fill it. And there's definitely some meals that were being prepped. So you can find soups and cooked meats, steak. There's pots and pans all over the place, and it's pretty well stocked, the kitchen. Breads and cheeses, and there's fine wine in a cabinet down there to the south that you could partake in if you wanted to do as well. It seems like there's also what looks to be a dumbwaiter over here on the western wall, and it has a manually operated rope and pulley system. And beside it hangs a little tiny bell. And that is what you see in this room. But you can absolutely take food if you would like to take some of the food, either stuff that has been pre-prepared or prepare your own meal.
My intent is literally just to eat some food, kind of relax, again, clean up bandage myself up, take that short rest.
Sounds good.
Same kind of deal. Maybe if there's like a stew being prepped, I'll like take some sips of that or something, but otherwise not really.
Okay. And Thirstwell will go and grab some soup, and will go partake in some of the soup, and as you all rest.
So we're good to put in a short rest?
Yep, you can take an hour short rest. Apply a short rest to your character sheet. Elias, Mariana, Anarian, what would you be doing during this hour? An hour is going to pass as they are downstairs.
We were kind of doing a private chat around it. So Elias figures Thirstwell seems pretty scared of his brother and kind of wants to ask why.
And Mariana's confused because he seemed so set on convincing Thirstwell not to worry about him right now.
Elias is going to clarify that he doesn't want Thirstwell to worry about him. But if he is scared of him for some reason, there's a chance that maybe his brother would be a better ally than him.
Uh,
Yeah, after all, if, the oldest is afraid of his younger brother taking over, something's up there. And Elias really just didn't want to eradicate his options before he could evaluate them.
Fair enough.
To you guys, he's going to say that quite plainly. And then, should I just roleplay what Elias would do?
Yeah.
So he's going to go right to Amric's room, and he's going to just knock on the door. Hello, fair Amric.
Yes, who is this over there?
I am but a humble bard. Your brother seems...
Please, we
quite
know all
afraid of
about
you.
your abilities at this point. You can just assume that we understand what you can and can't do. Please don't lie to me.
Very well. What is my name?
Yeah, based on your voice, you would be the healer of that group. I'm sorry, I don't pay attention to inconsequential trivialities.
That's quite all right. Your brother seems quite to have it out for you for some reason.
Yes, well, he craves power, of course, and he knows that I would be a threat to that power.
Yes. He seems quite dedicated to the pursuit of power. Why, I wonder if he would take your mother out himself.
You're saying whether he would take... Say that again,
He's going to
Elias?
imply that he wonders if his brother would think about it. And kind of the implication is he's trying to bait out, has Amric ever thought about it?
Mm-hmm.
He says, of course that's what he's trying to do. I'm on the other side of a door. Of course I was able to hear the conversation that you were having. Understand what's happening here?
And why does he perceive you surviving would be in the way?
Well, of course I would be better to take over the ducal seat. I mean, do you understand how the politics in Baldur's Gate work?
No, I am not from here.
Well, you see, Thirstwell spends most of his time here in the house. He has not had the time out in public to make the same sort of alliances that I have made. I would be much better suited for the ducal seat, and it has to come down to a vote at the end of the day. Should my mother die, they will vote on a new duke and grand duke, and quite frankly, my brother does not have the political capital needed to take on that seat. But I, of course, am my mother's favorite child, and I've spent quite a bit of time amongst the patriarchs and the upper class of the city.
For your mother's favorite, you don't seem too inclined to stop a plan from her disappearing.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage, Elias.
Even 20.
Yep. By the way, you have your stuff set out to private, your rolls, but we'll review that. So he says,
Well, why would I be? With my mother dead, my brother does not have the political capital needed in order to send the ducal seats. It would only be good for me.
So, it occurs to me that narrative good Horace was talking about, how if you were to help us, perhaps we could tell a better story. A story of a treacherous, sudden older brother, known to cahoot with demons, who killed his own mother and summoned a giant serpent to wipe out the palace guard and locked his brother in a room, but some kindly strangers unlocked the door, and together they put a stop to him, saving the city. Isn't that a much better story?
Oh, I would agree, cleric. I would say that, why would the younger, much more handsome and, favored, brother kill his dear, dear mother who, when he's in a position anyway to take over the family business, so to speak. But the older brother who snivels away in his home and doesn't look at the light of day is jealous of the younger brother and the favor that he gains from his mother. It would only make sense that the older brother would concoct some sort of conspiracy or plan to eliminate his mother. Of course.
Indeed, it's quite obvious that should we take out his mother, you're the one who will naturally win. Which raises a question, perhaps. You see, he just has a piece of information we want. And quite frankly, I apologize for being rude. I understand he's your brother. He's weak, and you're not. If you were to aid us instead, why, this story could become reality.
And he, you hear him through the door, and he says,
Should you successfully defeat my mother, and if you dispatch my older brother should he go missing, I can handle the ducal vacancy, of course, and you will have my favor.
I'm not sure if your brother is expecting an attack from us shortly after, I'm afraid, but, you know, if we could tell him that you tried to flee and died here, then you could he says you're quite one for the stealth, yes?
My brother is weak, a sniveling, spineless fool. You should have no problem dispatching him. I will be
Indeed.
perfectly fine here in my room.
Very well, yes. It has been an honor talking to someone intelligent who truly embodies the ideals of the ducal. And Elias is going to go actually take his rest after that.
okay, and where are you going to take it?
Just, by the door.
Okay. Mariana and Arian, do you do anything during this conversation, or how do you go about taking this rest? Do you stay upstairs and rest with Elias as well?
Yep, she's gonna flop on Thirstwell's bed, actually, if it doesn't look too gross.
Okay, sounds good.
And Arian's gonna curl up as a cat by the fire over here.
All right. Sounds good. You guys can go ahead and apply short rests to your characters as well, and Arian, Elias, and Mariana.
We get a hit dice back on that?
You don't get hit dice back, but you can use hit dice that you have. So, as of right now, you should have all your hit dice, I believe. On a long rest, you get half of your total hit dice back. On a short rest, you can use that hit dice to heal. Up to the number for your level. So, you guys are level 5, so you can, use up to 5 hit dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 hit dice to heal. And you'll regain 2 back on a long rest. All right. If you guys are done with your healing, you can move freely if you plan to go back downstairs. That is fine as well.
Yeah, Elias got what he want.
Okay. Go ahead and move yourselves downstairs. Horace, Igvis, as you guys are resting, eventually Elias and Aneri and Mariana would find their way to the kitchen.
Oh, did Amric imply that he was willing to go with the story that Kurzweil attacked the manor?
That is the implication that you got.
Can I roll a specific insight?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. 11.
You didn't hint any deception in what he said. I mean, you think that he's implying, kill his mother. Not implying. You think he said directly, kill his mother, kill his brother, and he'll help you out instead. And it's much more likely that he'll get the ducal seat than his brother will. If what you're truly looking for is power.
Yeah, Elias knows what Elias is looking for.
Thirstwell says,
Yes, so this is the way down to the basement. Are you all, rested up?
Indeed.
About as rested as I can be.
Well then, please, after you.
Out of game, is this going to lead to a pretty long combat session?
oh, I don't know. That depends on
Okay.
what you do. But what we can do is, if you want, we could pause here and take a break. Let me ask, how late do people play till? Do you guys have like a hard deadline?
I'd rather not go super late.
Okay. What would, time frame from now? How much longer would you say?
Maybe like an hour.
Okay. So why don't we take a quick 10-minute break and then get up, walk, grab something to drink, and then we'll go back to this and we'll kind of, I'll keep that in mind, 12:30 kind of stop time, 12:30
Okay.
Eastern. And, if I feel we're going to go over that, I'll kind of stop us short of it.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. So everybody go ahead and take your break, and I'll see you all in a little bit. All right, we are back. Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus session 29 after a quick short break. Our party here was just about to go into this basement with their newfound ally, Thirstwell. So he says,
After you, please.
and you guys can move yourselves into said
Come now,
basement.
Come now, good friend. How this works is we tend to follow an arrangement of those who cast spells in the back, so you'll be in the back with Fair Mariana and I. Whereas those who
I
use
try to
weapons
pet the
tend
cat.
to be towards
You try to pet the cat that's sitting on the barrel over there. And
Yeah.
this cat is like a really grumpy cat, by the way.
I just extend my hand to it and hold it out.
I think
to
I
it.
put a picture of it right there. That is
Oh,
the cat. It's a very grumpy cat, and it has wings. So it's not like just a normal cat. And you go to pet it. Roll me an animal
I just
handling.
hold my hand in front of it. Like I don't just reach out to touch it immediately.
Okay,
I kind of let it.
Roll me an
like,
animal handling.
10.
10. Yeah, you go, and it goes, and it like arches its back, and its kind of wings flare out. You can tell that it is not very happy.
Okay, I pull back my hand and walk away.
All right.
Anarian runs over and grabs some of that meat and then throws it to the cat and then goes through the door.
Okay, you do that, and as you're like going to the door, hurriedly the cat, flaps its wings, grabs the meat, and flies over to the other side of the room, where it starts eating said meat. When you guys are ready, though, go ahead and go down the stairs. Igvis already went down the stairs if you want to hold where you are, Igvis.
Yep.
I think everybody's down, right? Yeah. So I'm going to activate this scene for the stream. So the stream can see what our characters see. Just to kind of describe what you see as you get down here into this room. 4 stone pillars brace the 10-foot high vaulted ceiling of this dry cellar, the walls of which are lined by a dozen barrels on wooden braces. Half the barrels have brass spigots tapped into them. The room also contains 2 stacks of wooden crates, one in the middle of the room and another by the south wall. And that is what you see as you enter the room.
Is Thirstwell coming with us, or is he?
Yeah,
not?
he's on the stairs. Elias's token is on top of him right now.
I'm gonna test this door over here.
And he'll
So,
kind of like hang back this way. So you go in, you can test that door, and it does open.
Good Thirstwell, is your mother alone down here?
And as you open that door, Igvis, and as you say that, Elias, Thirstwell says, "No, most certainly not, I would imagine." And I need everybody to roll me initiative. As these creatures lie down from these crates, they are going to have a surprise round on you. Your passive perceptions were not enough to see them. Just see, do we have everybody in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And I will put Thirstwell in there as well. Ba-boom. So it is not you yet, Horace. So this one swoops down next to you, Horace. And actually, from here, it flies over here into the air. And these spikes come out of its tail. So this creature looks like this. I'm going to kind of show you some artwork here. As you see, it has those red glowing eyes, the spikes going all the way down its back and into its tail, and it has this like pitchfork that it wields, and it sprays out these spines at you.
Quick question. This thing looks a little familiar to me. Have I fought this thing before?
No, I don't believe you guys have.
I just remember fighting a summoned devil in another basement before we even got to Baldur's Gate.
You know what? I think yes, actually. You know, now that you mention that, you did fight it way back in the beginning. You did.
Yeah, it was like
you're the only
our
person.
third session or something.
Yeah, you're the
It was a
only
long
person who has actually seen this before. Yeah, that was actually this creature, the same type of creature, but a weaker form of it.
Okay. I was just like, it looked kind of familiar.
Yeah.
That's all.
So, I'm just gonna copy this because I'm gonna do it again. So first attack, Horus, 21 to hit, and the second attack is an 18 to hit. Do those hit?
So the first attack is a 21, right?
Yep.
I'm going to, as a reaction, cast Shield. It is going to bump me up to 21 armor class.
So you won't have a reaction because you haven't acted yet.
Oh, okay. So then they both hit in that case.
Yeah, this is a surprise round here, essentially. Okay, so you are going to take this much damage, piercing damage, and you're also going to take fire damage. So this is how much piercing damage you take, and this is how much fire damage you take in total. So you take 14 total points of damage. You don't have any resistances, right?
No.
Fire, okay. So you take that much damage from that one. Then we go to the next one. Same surprise round. This one pops right out of that crate, and again shoots its tail stuff at you, Elias, this time. So first attack is a nat 20. Second attack
that hits.
is a 7. So the one attack is a crit, which is going to do this much piercing, 7 piercing, and this much fire. 5 fire.
Okay.
So 7 piercing, 5 fire damage, so 12 total damage. And then this one pops out of a crate and will fly over here in the air and will attack you, Anarian, twice with spikes from its tail. So 14 to hit from the first attack.
Both miss.
And a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
All right. So this is going to be for this much piercing damage. So 4 points of piercing and this much fire. And 4 points of fire. So 8 total damage that it does to you. And then that is going to be their turn. Now, top of the round. Horus, this all happens. You are up. What would you like to do?
So, the game still paused?
Oh, I am sorry. It is. Go ahead.
I'm gonna move 5 feet up here,
Okay.
and I'm going
Now, it
to.
is flying, by the way, 10 feet in the air.
It's 10 feet in the air.
Yep, it's towards the ceiling.
So technically, would that make it 15 feet away from me then? Or is it just 10? Because I'm not on this on
Well-
its square.
Okay,
So-
technically, it is a cube right above you. So I guess actually you could reach it with melee.
Okay.
Technically, by rules, you can reach it with melee.
So I'm going to. Do I have disadvantage on it?
Do you have disadvantage on it? You do not.
Okay. Just checking for melee purposes. I'm going to swing at it with my scimitar.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Why is it so garbage?
A 10 will miss.
Of course it will. Well, I'm going to then bonus action disengage.
Okay. Gotta love rogues.
Okay then. And I will end my turn there.
This one is up. This one is going to fly down at you, Elias,
Oh, I'm down.
and is going to bite you first.
It's gonna hit.
But this to hit. That's a nat 20
Yeah, that hits.
for this much slashing damage.
Yeah.
For 11 points of slashing. You still up?
Okay. No, I'm still up. I have 9 HP left.
Okay, and it will attack you with its pitchfork as well. So it bites and attacks you with the pitchfork. 14?
It's
Okay. For this much piercing damage. For 3 points of piercing damage.
I'm
And
still up.
then it flies all the way back up over here. Yeah. Flies back up into the ceiling there. This one is up. This one is going to do the same thing. It's going to fly down at you, Elias. And then it is going to attack you with the bite.
That's probably gonna hit. The odds it misses are near 0.
14 for this much damage with its bite. 3 points of damage.
Alright.
And then it's going to attack with its fork. 6 to hit. Which I assume misses you. And then it's going to fly
Yeah,
up
that's
towards the ceiling there. Mariana.
Alright, I'm gonna crackling bolt on that one.
Okay.
$24.
24 to hit will absolutely hit. Okay.
Woohoo! Max damage.
18 lightning damage. All right.
Or
Yeah.
sorry, not max damage. 2 less than max damage.
18 damage. That hurts. As a crackling bolt of energy hits the creature. It's still
And
up.
I'll bonus action bring up a tentacle. right there.
Cool. I'll put. Did I make you a little tentacle thing? I think I did, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I think it's in the random stuff over here. Yeah, tentacle. Cool. And you should be able to move that. You can test just to make sure.
Yeah, and then it will make its initial attack on the one that I just hit.
Cool, cool, cool.
$13.
13 will hit. Go ahead and give me damage. Tentacle damage.
6.
6. And what kind of damage is that? Cold?
Cold.
Okay. You see that damage that it does, that cold damage. The beast doesn't like it, but it doesn't seem to affect him as much as the kind of cold brine that's already on its skin just kind of flakes off.
And that'll be it for me.
Okay.
And its movement speed should be reduced by 10.
Okay. Elias, you're up.
So, am I in a threatened square right now?
Are you in a threatened square? No, there's nothing next to you.
All right. So first, have the one that just got hit give me a dex save.
Okay. What is this for?
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. Okay. $21.
Do I have advantage?
He may or may not. You do not know why he may or may not.
You do not see the dice behind the screen.
You do not see the dice that are rolled, though they are rolled on screen.
Be get here.
All right.
And that's just gonna end it for now.
Okay. Right, Thirstwell is up. Thirstwell is going to step back onto the stairs here.
Say, take them out. If we're going to kill my mother, you must be able to kill her minions.
Anarian, you're up.
I'll just yell around the corner. Her minions are better than yours were.
Anarian's going to pull out his bow and cast Guiding Bolt on one that attacked him, which I'm thinking is this one.
Yep, that's the one
Is
that
that right?
attacked you. Yep. Go ahead and give me a roll. An attack roll.
21.
21 will hit.
16 damage.
16 damage. As that, well, that hurts pretty bad, but it is still up. Still fighting.
And as his bonus action, he's going to take on his starry form of the archer.
Okay.
And that's going to end his turn.
Okay. Cool. The one that you just attacked is up. This one is going to fling 2 more tail spines at you. So the first attack in Narian is going to be a 9, and the second attack is a 6. Both which miss, I assume.
Both miss.
And then it is going to fly over in this direction.
It's also lit up like a Christmas tree.
It is. That is a good point. Do this. Basically, its square is lit up. Alright, cool. That is its turn. And how long is it lit up from guiding bolt?
Until the next attack. The person who attacks it next has an advantage on the attack because it's lit up.
Okay, so for my turn, I'll start by flying straight to the one that they've been hitting, and take a swing at it with my staff.
Okay, which okay, the one on top of the barrel here.
And I can just fly straight to him, which is nice.
Sounds good.
Uh, 18 to hit.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
12 damage.
Okay, and that one goes down.
Cool, I was hoping it would. I'm just gonna dart past this one to the one that's lit up.
Okay.
I'll take whatever attack he would like to do to me.
Yeah, he's gonna take an attack of opportunity. With his bite. 15 to hit.
We'll miss.
Alright, so he misses you.
Swing at the second one, also with the quarterstaff.
Okay.
And this one should have advantage, yeah?
Yes. Because of guiding bolt.
I crit, it looks like.
That would be a crit, absolutely.
For 9 and...
An extra d8.
5, so 14?
5.
That's 14 total.
14 total. No, it's more, right? You did 9, and the second you rolled an 8 on the die.
Oh, I did roll an 8 on the die.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
17 total.
Okay, 17.
And that will kill him.
And then go back to this one, and use my bonus action to punch this one in the face.
Okay, sounds good. How dare he swipe at you?
Basically. 16 to hit.
16 will hit, yeah.
And that one will be for 8, and this one isn't considered magical in any way.
It is not magical. Okay. Is it considered anything else that I need to be aware of?
Just bludgeoning at the moment.
Okay. And, of course, as you've already kind of surmised by telling me that, it does not have the full effect.
They'll be magical soon. So I was just measuring like how far I actually moved,
Yeah.
and then I'll just end my turn right there.
Okay. Horace, you are up.
Okay, I am. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Is this a full wall right here? Or is this just a pole?
It's a pillar
Okay,
that
so I
goes
can't.
all the way up
I
to the ceiling.
can't really stand next to the pillar. It would seem. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, where are you looking to stand? Just on the other side of it?
Yeah,
Like you want to be like there?
yeah.
Yeah, you can be there. That's where you want.
I'm going to attack it with advantage because I'm flanking, right?
With which? Can you reach that? Well, you can
There's
be there.
nothing. Okay.
So it's over in this square over here.
Oh, okay. Because on my screen it was showing that there was an enemy.
It shows an enemy right there for you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. It is not there. It is over here.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, okay. It's so weird because when I'm right here, it like spawns in and out of existence. So that's 20 feet. I could potentially, if the enemy is here, right? Is that where you
Yes.
guys are? Okay. Now I can attack with advantage because I'm flanking. Correct?
Correct. So are you climbing on top of those barrels?
Is it?
Large thing of barrels right there against the wall. You could try climb up on top of him if you wanted to.
Sure.
Give me an athletics check.
I'm not climbing on top of those. Never mind.
So you try to climb on top of them, and you just kind of flip off of the round barrels. Not really able to get your footing, and you kind of land there.
Huh. I can't like acrobatics try to jump over the barrel?
That would also be athletics. Jump is athletics too.
Ah, okay. To say I could like do like some crazy flips or anything, make it a little bit more interesting, but no.
All athletics is jump, climb, swim.
And these enemies are flying, right?
Yep, it is towards the ceiling.
So there is nothing stopping me from going underneath it and going over here, correct?
You go under. You could be like literally in its square, right underneath it. In the square to the right, though. those
I'm just
barrels
trying to
block-
achieve flanking is the goal.
Yeah, I would say, unless you got on top of the barrels, you wouldn't be able to get flanking.
Yeah, that's my bad.
It's fine. I just well, hold on. I'll get in these things so I'm kind of somewhat obscured, and I will attempt to bonus action hide.
Well, I'm saying you won't be able to go in that space without being
Oh,
on top of the
okay.
barrel. They're too close together.
No.
You can't.
You'll
fit
still get
between.
you'll still get sneak attack because I'm still within range of it. If that's what you're worried about.
Yeah, that was. I just want to make sure I'm achieving my maximum points of damage.
You'll
I
get
am
sneak
threatening
attack.
it.
You just won't have advantage on the attack roll.
That's
You'll-
fine.
You'll still have sneak attack because there's another enemy within 5 feet of it.
Not that it freaking matters.
That won't hit.
Yeah, that won't hit anyway.
Yep.
Well, wait, I can use my inspiration on that, can I not?
You could to re-roll it if you would like to use it.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Mark off your inspiration and give me another roll.
Thank God. Does a 22 hit?
A 22 hits. Go ahead and roll me your damage.
$16 damage.
16 damage, and it doesn't look like all of that went through.
Is the Moon Touch Scimitar considered magical, or does it just glow?
It just glows.
Ah,
I thought it was specifically magic because I got it blessed by someone.
It has to be a plus. It has to have like a plus bonus to it.
Okay.
So like a plus.
That's so
one,
that's
plus two.
and that's fine. It is also just super weird that it gets blessed by god magic and it's not considered magical, but it's funny. If anything else.
Yeah, it has a magical effect on it, but it doesn't do magical damage. If that makes sense.
I suppose. Yeah, that's it. So 16 or whatever crazy damage they did.
Damage has been applied, and it is still up.
Well, that's good. I'm gonna. Can I bonus action hide here?
No.
Dang it.
Yeah, you won't be able to hide from it.
Well, that's a damn shame. I can move 5 feet up here though,
You can.
and that's where I will end, I guess.
Okay. This thing is up. This thing is going to fly over here. Up into the ceiling. Now you have dark vision, Ignis.
can I also take an attack as it's leaving my range?
No, you cannot.
Hmm.
As it is very quick and nimble as it flies. Because game mechanics.
Okay.
It's gonna take a tail spike at you, Igvis, and a tail spike at you, Horus. So the one on you, Igvis, because you can see it currently, does not have advantage. 16 to hit.
I just have a quick question.
Okay.
Is this considered a missile attack? kind of like a
you
bow
wanna
being shot from
deflect,
midair.
you're trying to deflect.
It doesn't hit me anyway, but for flavor reasons, I want to basically catch all the needles and just be like, haha.
Yeah, I guess I would consider this a missile attack.
Cool. It doesn't hit anyway, but I basically just want to catch all of them. Like,
Okay, you do that as you catch the spines that shoot out at you. Horace, this is going to be advantage on you because you currently can't see it as it flies up into the recesses of the dark ceiling.
I can't even see it with the moon touch sword out.
It does. It
Okay.
gives
Wait.
light in the 15-foot.
Is it bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light? Oh yeah, absolutely you can. Let me do this so that it is on you. That way I remember. Okay, so that is what you see with light on your sword. So
You think you could get advantage on me?
so I'm gonna roll this again, just one roll. 16 to hit.
It won't after I cast shield.
All right, you cast shield and it deflects off of the invisible barrier that you create, and then it will move over in this direction. Mariana, you are up.
I couldn't see the tentacles. I was just like looking to see where it was at.
That's 15 feet so far movement. 20, 25. 30. I can't hear you, by the way, if you're trying to speak with her.
Sorry. I was just stepping back for the purposes of actually being able to move the tentacle.
Okay.
But then that's going to make its attack. 21.
21 will hit.
9.
For 9 points of cold damage. And again, it doesn't look like all of that goes through.
Alright, and that's where I had originally moved myself to, now that I can actually see where I put the tentacle.
Okay.
And I'll go for Crackling Bolt again.
Sounds good.
$13.
13 will hit.
5.
For 5 points of lightning damage, and this thing is hurting, but it is still up. Elias.
Alright, am I in range of it?
No, you're where you are on the map. You currently
I'm
can't
45
see.
feet.
You're currently at 45 feet away from it.
You're casting Sacred Flame?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm gonna move so I can see it. Is that enough yet?
From there, you can't really see it, no.
Oh, it's in the dark, isn't it?
It's in the dark up in the corner, and there's pillars in the way blocking your vision.
Yeah, so there's really nothing I could do to see it here.
Well, you could move more. You've only moved 15 feet. So
Yeah, but if it's in the dark, even if I move, I won't be able to see it. Oh, if I go here, maybe?
Well, it's in the dark because the pillar's blocking your vision.
Okay, so yeah, the best I could do is go, like, here, maybe? If I can get there.
You could see it from there. You'll be able to see part of it.
No, but, it's better than Sacred Flame.
Mind Sliver. Okay, so it has to make an intelligence save.
Yes. And I'll be at lower DC, which is why I always prefer Sacred Flame.
So an 18 will save against the Mind Sliver.
Yeah.
All right. So it saves against the Mind Sliver. Thirstwell.
Come on, you can do better than that. I'm sure of it. I've seen what you can do.
Anarian, you're up.
Anarian produces a ball of flame in his hands and tosses it at the spine devil.
Okay. Then roll the hit.
22.
That hits. And as you hit it with this ball of flame, it just kind of dissipates over its body.
And as the flame doesn't seem to work, the archer form goes off and is going to shoot it with radiant energy.
Okay.
I'm going to use Produce Flame again because it's the same spell attack, because the starry form doesn't have a spell attack for me to click on.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. You can hit just your spell attack, by the way, too, on your character sheet. You should be able to roll that directly.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, it's 17.
17 will hit.
Uh, 5 damage.
5 starry form damage, and that is radiant.
Radiant, yeah.
All right. And it goes down from your starry form. And we can drop out of initiative.
Anarian, I'm never gonna get used to seeing you glow like that, I don't think.
What's weird about it? Do I look weird?
I didn't say you look weird, it's just different.
How about we strategize next time we go into a sketchy area?
Indeed.
So you don't want to just go through this door?
I wanted to go through that door.
I still kind
As
of.
long as we go through the door together.
No, we got to go strategically, guys. All right.
And did you shut that door again, Igvis, on your turn?
I-
First turn?
I did, just to make sure nothing else came through.
Okay.
Let's shut the door again real quick. Good Thirstwell, what do you know is down
You
here?
guys are open, close, open, close, open, close.
So Thirstwell says, I told you I'm not allowed down here. I have no idea what lies before us, but I would assume that my mother has protection of some sort.
I presume something stronger than multiple spined devils.
Well, you could assume so.
Elias, I think you can use this, and I'll hand him my last healing potion.
So, how is everyone's hit points doing besides mine?
I'm looking rough.
I think the rest of us are okay.
I have a second level spell slot left and can use Prayer of Healing. But it will be my last second level spell, and from there on, I'm down to Bless and first level Healing.
I mean, I could definitely use some form of healing because, like, I'm very low. If we do like a prayer of healing, we could top off some people and then potentially give us some stuff.
What do you think, guys? Prayer of Healing?
I mean, I'm only 4 points from max.
I'm only down
Yeah,
one.
I'm only down 8.
I have 11 hit points out of 38.
Don't get me
Okay.
wrong. I know you two need some healing. I'm giving Elias my last healing potion. I just don't know if we want to use the full prayer at this point.
So I
Yeah, just-
have a healing potion myself. Do you have any?
Well, I was giving you my last one, so you have two on you now.
Well, no. Does Horus have any?
No, I do not.
All right, so I'm gonna hand him the one that Ignis gave me, and then from there I'll drink the one I have.
So that's 2d6, right?
And Arian will give you one of his as well.
2d4 plus 2.
I'm gonna rebuild both of those. And then, so that's the total is just plus 2
Correct, so you got 9 back.
from that one potion. And then, Narian, are you giving it to Horus or are you giving it to Elias?
Whoever needs it more, I don't know.
Elias, I think.
Yeah, probably Elias.
Yeah, Elias was not.
I was just gonna say you can re-roll one of those dice because you got a 1 on it, so you get a little extra out of it.
Yeah, Elias, you rolled a 1 on your healing, so you can roll 54, and you can roll that.
And I rolled a one.
I've done that many times because I've done a lot of healings, and I'm just like, I keep getting 1s.
There you
Hey,
go.
4.
So
That's
you
not
get
bad.
an extra 3 on top of the 5. So actually 8 total.
So I am at about a third now. How are you looking, Morris?
20 out of 38. So I don't know the fraction of that.
So I'm tempted to give it to you because you're a lot more front end line than I am.
Yeah, I am a melee character pretty strictly. So
Yeah, whereas Elias, let's be real, Elias rarely gets attacked, which is why he's a feasible build with an AC of 13. So I'm thinking we should give it.
6 times in the last battle.
Yeah,
wait,
I was
But-
just at the door. That's all I'm saying. That's that's where I was at.
I try to be in the middle of it, but then I disengage because I'm not going to stand in the middle of 2 of them hitting me.
Well,
Just
to be
you just
fair-
take it just to prevent you from dying. Like I'm slightly over half, so just if you take it, that's fine. If I need healing, you got level 1 spells.
Well, and generally you'll be next to me, and I currently have full key points, so I can do some healing if I need to.
Yeah,
right, so we think I should take it
yeah.
Just have it on you for sure.
because I have, I'd say 11 out of 33 hit points.
You should probably keep it.
Elias is very squishy. Let's put it that way.
Anyway, door.
Door.
So, we did have a deadline here of 12:30. It's 12:25. So I think we can end the session here. I will just kind of describe what you see when you open the door, though. So as you open the door, the entire hallway glows in this green, eerie light. And as you look towards the ceiling, there are 9-foot-high ceilings with curved ceilings. It's clearly a sewer of some sort. But these oil lanterns, fitted with thick panes of green-tinted glass, hang on the ceiling in this corridor as you're looking through. And that's what gives off that greenish, eerie glow. In addition, there's this smell of incense in the air, and it's this sweetness mixed with the mildly nauseating stench that you would expect from a sewer. It's like, spraying poop with Febreze, so to speak. You get this waft of incense mixed with the nauseating stench of the sewer itself. But that is what you see as soon as you open the door. There is also a channel, a canal, it seems, over here of water. And you can hear, the rush of water and dripping of water, so to speak, in the corridor and beyond. But we'll go ahead and we'll end the session there of our time limit, and you can continue exploring next session, and we'll see what else you find in here.
Sounds good.
All right, everybody, say goodbye to the stream for me.
Bye.
Bye, stream.